to start. We'll talk about code or whatever we'll talk about today. It's about to start, so please hang tight while I check that everything is okay. Sound check, camera check, lights check. How's my hair? Oh, wait, I don't have any hair. Maybe put some pants on and I am good to go. So get ready wherever you are, 'cause this stream is about to start. Get ready wherever you are, 'cause this stream is about to start.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm here with Leandro.
Hello, Arya.
Hey,
How
I'm
are you
nailing
doing?
it every time now. I'm good. As you know, I'm a little injured, but hey, we're doing one of the few things in life that I can currently do. Which is press some buttons and click some mice. So today we are gonna do some data moshing because we wrote this song together. You may have seen it in the last few streams. Today we're gonna make a video of it. So that should be fun. And say hi. Tell us if you have data moshed before, if you got tips and pointers. I have a more or less vision of what I want to do, but I'm very open to suggestions from people who have data moshed before more than us.
Yeah, what is your experience with that?
I just don't know. I just saw it in a video once and I tried it. And it's kind of fun. Especially because these days, like as a musician, you got to make a video. Nobody just listens to music anymore. They want a video. It feels like it's essential. So I was looking into like making a music video for one of my songs. And I was like, well, I can't really make a video, but if I just film some random stuff and data mosh it, maybe it'll be remotely interesting as like a lyric video. So I did that and it's kind of fun. Like, I mean, it's not like, maybe there are high quality ways of doing it, but like the quality gets like really crappy, but obviously that's kind of the point too.
Yeah. All right. So let's get to it. I guess, do you still want to do the thing where we try to do a YouTube short? In other words, we have to cut some parts of the song.
Oh. That's true. Let's edit this baby down a little. So I think as it stands, and this is annoying because of this, I can't just do this and know the length. It says 110. Though I don't know. Let's put that to the test. Maybe it does calculate the time. If I do this, will the time increase? It will not. But we have a render. So we're just going to find out from that how long our thing is. And hey, I asked for a feature once and they gave it to us. So boom, it's 1 minute, 15 seconds.
It was you who asked this. I remember reading about the change in the change log.
Yeah. Yeah, because you always want to see the end. You don't care about the beginning, but they kind of actually managed to make both. Oh, okay, because it used to like write these values. It used to write this value on this line and this value on this line, and now it's the other way around. Thank you, Schwa and Justin. It's so cool. It's so cool. I'm still mind blown that you can just write to a couple of guys and they do stuff to your DAW. So yeah, it's 1 minute and 15.
But you're using the same Reaper project
doesn't that mean that the master effects will be applied twice?
But I don't have anything on the master track.
Oh.
I have a daddy track, and really, I just have a limiter on it. One click mastering.
All right.
Yeah, so we gotta cut it down to, and I mean, making cuts on the render, it's not gonna really work out. We gotta shave 15 seconds off of this track the honest way. So let's see what we can do. Let's
Use your
listen to it
ears.
once.
Show your face. Use your eyes.
Oh, hold on. I may have to increase. Wow. I'm at 2048 and it's like crying about it. This didn't happen last time. Did we add a lot of weird stuff? We didn't. Weird. Maybe I will close Audacity. Not that it's doing anything crazy. No, get out of here. Audacity. What else do I
I remember one time I tried to open Audacity on a stream, and for whatever reason, my computer crashed. The entire computer. I got one of those blue screen of deaths, except that it isn't
that's
blue.
right. Well, I think I may have been watching that, or yeah, I think I remember that. By the way, hi, if you're here, say some stuff. You 5 concurrent viewers, you know.
I don't know if you know this and if you did this on purpose, but at least on my side, it looks like you can only enter anything in the chat if you're a subscriber.
You're not subscribed to my channel?
Should I be?
I mean, I would appreciate it if you smash that like button. Here's something crazy. I'm going to bring down my block size. Sometimes it works.
Oh, really? Interesting. Now, Arya, naturally, now that you closed that Reaper project, we don't hear you anymore. So just wait a little bit, open Audio Movers again. We'll do the whole thing. So for people who are watching this and don't understand what's going on, Arya is sending the audio to me and therefore to you all via Audio Movers. And that was in one track in the Reaper project that was closed. So now we have to go through the whole Audio Mover setup again with a new link and everything. So I guess this will take 1 minute or two, and we'll see you on the other side.
Right.
We are back.
I gotta say, this is like, I never ever had a project like crash on load, and this project did. And also it just crashes a lot. So I want to investigate like who is causing this. We got a lot of like beta plugins over here. So is that what that is? I don't know.
I think that the JS
maybe
effects
the-
probably don't. The JS effects are probably okay. It's very difficult, not impossible, but very difficult to crash Reaper with JS effects. VSTs are much more error prone. It's much easier to crash Reaper with a VST.
All of these I use with some frequency and I never had trouble. I mean, this is AU. That's kind of weird, but I don't know if that's like accounting for it. So, okay, and this may just cause the crash. What was I doing that it crashed last time? Oh, yeah, that's right. But what I think I'll do is to maybe freeze some stuff. What do you think?
Fair enough. Hang on, no, not really, because we have a lot of things that are spacious, and if you freeze and then cut, it will not sound right.
Oh, I see. What can we do about that? My monitor
Well,
effects
one thing we
is doing
could
a
do
lot.
about
Well,
that, is forget about doing a YouTube short and just let it be 1 minute 15 seconds and move on to the next thing, which is doing the video. That's a possibility.
that's true. I like that idea.
Okay, so
I like that idea. We already have a render too.
yeah,
So yeah, let's do that. So I don't actually really need the render, or yeah, I don't need the render for this. Now let's see what happens when I open Audacity too. I hope nothing incriminating is here or whatever. It's showbiz, baby. I'm just gonna mute this so that Reaper doesn't process any of this. You're still hearing me. It's all good. And I will just keep this on and let's open Audacity and let's see what happens. If we crash, we crash.
if you crash, then it turns into a coding
Might
stream
still.
with me.
Yeah.
'Cause I have this streaming
True.
key.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's always good to have a pivot plan. So this is Audacity. It's free. Who doesn't know Audacity? And you can import stuff to Audacity as raw data. So obviously you can import audio or MIDI, but you can really import any file type as raw data, and then it will be read as if the values were audio. I don't know, and maybe, I don't know if you know, Leandro, you know everything, so you probably know this. Like, I don't know if you say you got like a bunch of data, it's a video or it's an image or whatever. Does it scale those values and make them floating point values? Or if the value is 2, it will just output 2 in audio?
Well, I guess it depends on how you want to implement this raw data feature, right? Because you could implement this as just take each byte in the file and pretend that it is audio. That's probably not going to work out very well. Just interpret the other file as a WAV file, but I don't think that that would work very well. So perhaps what they do is scale everything. So they force every value to be between -1 and 1.
Yeah, and also just, I'm not sure if, because, like videos have a bit rate. So maybe that bit rate is already in floating point values. -1 being, I don't know, the darkest pixel and 1 being the lightest pixel, something like that.
No, I think that typically videos are encoded in much fewer bits because you want to compress everything much more in video than you do in audio. And the bit depth tends to be something like 8 bits instead of 64. So, yeah, no, I don't think that works that way. I don't know what kind of treatment they do in Audacity to implement this feature. And I mean, I didn't even know this feature existed. So what happens when you load an arbitrary file? Does it sound any good? Does it sound just like random noise, or?
It sounds like absolute, normally very, very random and noisy. I just did a screen recording. And one thing that's important with data moshing, and I mean, that's another thing you can experiment with, but you need to export whatever you import to the same format, or there's just no guarantee that it will be coherent in any way. But let's import this and see what happens. This also has just audio in it. I don't know if I can make the audio not.
Oh, so there you go. You can decide how you're going to interpret all these things.
Let's go that. Let's pretend like I don't, or I know what that means. I mean, if you're not going with little Indian, I don't know what to tell you. Let's make it
Do you want to know what
channels.
that is?
Do you know what that is? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's relatively straightforward. So you have a series of bytes that you're going to use to encode a number, for instance. So let's say that you have
Okay.
a sample of audio in double precision. So you have 64 bits for each sample of audio, and you have to organize that using a bunch of bytes because that's the size that you can communicate over the network, that you can store to disk, that you can speak with the operating system about. So you want to take all these bytes, which are 8 bits, and you want to organize them in some way. So if you put them in one order, the smallest value is to the right, like what we typically write. When we write a number, the digit on the right is less significant than the digits to the left of it. So if you do it like that and you put the less significant bytes to the right, that's little Indian. You are ending the communication with the thing that matters less. And vice versa with big Indian. So you can put the bytes in order, and depending on the processor, the network, all the devices involved, the file type, sometimes it's big Indian, sometimes it's little Indian, and you have to convert between one and the other. That's what this is. So it's literally just the order of the bytes when the bytes need to be put together to encode something bigger.
Cool. Well, let's go with little then, because that's what makes sense to me number-wise. I should say that this video I'm importing also just has 6 channels of audio on it. So I don't know what it will do with those. Maybe it won't do anything to them.
So do you think that Audacity is going to try and make sense of the video file, try to find the streams of audio that are encoded in there and do something about this? Because I was under the impression that this import raw data was not taking into account any structure of the file. It would just look at each byte in series and try to interpret that as audio.
Oh, so yeah, so like if there's audio embedded, that's just kind of smushed in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, if
Let's
there
see
is
what
audio
happens.
embedded, you need some sort of metadata to tell you these things. If it's little Indian, big Indian, if it what the sample rate is, and all those properties that are usually in the header of the container. But in this case, we don't have any of that. So I don't think that the audio is going to be interpreted as audio. It's just going to look at the whole thing as a blob.
Oh, gotcha. The other situation we have is that now we want to hear this, but I got to do something so you can hear it. And what I am going to do, and let me know if this works. I want to make a track. For the first time, maybe this route back option, it's gonna be useful. Unless it doesn't work, in which case it won't be useful.
Are you trying to
I'll
use
make
the
a
Reaper loopback?
send. No, I'm just using my interface's loopback. If it doesn't work, I'll go traditional. So there's something there, which I don't know where it's from. Ow. Sorry, I can't. I had to look at my meters. But anyway, I want to play something. I'm making it real quiet and bringing it up gradually. Let's see what we get. You're getting this, right?
No, I'm not. Are you sure that this track is sending to Audio Movers?
It's sending to Audio Movers pre-fader because I wanted to turn it down for myself. Oh, I guess I got to do this. And now you're hearing it, I think.
Now I hear. Now I hear.
It's white noise. It's not something crazy. And I guess the last time I did this, it wasn't white noise. It was like chirpy, aliasy stuff. But whatever.
Okay. I guess you have to turn that off because I start hearing myself.
Oh, annoying.
Yeah, because
Okay.
your audio interface was looping back even what you are hearing, like me.
That's right. But actually, so I don't think we even need to listen to it anymore. All we got to do is put an effect on this. And I was thinking of putting a delay on it, because a delay, it's like copying or put an echo on it.
Yeah, that's
Like
crazy
with
to me
audio,
because
it just copies it.
there in the file there isn't just a stream of video. There is like the metadata I was talking about, and it is going to echo even the metadata because it doesn't know better. So it is crazy
Yeah.
to me that the result will still be something that can be interpreted as video. But it seems like this is something that people do, so it works. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now you gotta bear with me because I'm rusty with the old Audacity. So if anybody knows what I'm doing wrong, I think I have the thing that I want to put the thing on selected. Select the audio for echo to use. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. If you know a lot about Audacity, you're probably laughing at me. Stop laughing at me.
Oh, it worked this
Let's
time.
delay it. Yeah. Well, I just did what they said to do. And this time I'm not going to mess up the math. I'm going to make it 60,000 divided by 120, which is 500. And decay factor of, let's make it like 75. And make this 0.5. So we get a quarter note delay on the thing. And it applied the echo. And now we have to export this. Now, how do we do that? Or, oh, wait, this is destructive, right? So if I now go to my thing, let's see what happens if I go to my thing. Don't look at incriminating stuff. There it is. All right, let's watch this. Wait, it doesn't look any different. Oh, wait, because Audacity is now doing a thing, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
speaking
that's
of
what you gotta
Audacity,
do.
do you have an insight on the not so recent controversy and debate around Audacity? Because I'm not too sure I understand everything that is going on. I tried to look it up and I found some very disturbing facts, but couldn't really make sense of what was happening. So do you know what happened to Audacity?
No, tell me.
Oh, okay. So I suppose you know less than I do. Yeah, so it appears that Audacity was sold to a company. It's kind of weird, but it's still open source. And in the process of this happening, people got really mad and tried to fork Audacity, but then they started debating on what the name of the fork should be. And then 4chan got involved, and that is always messy. Someone got stabbed over it. It was kind of crazy.
What?
Yeah, really.
That's insane.
It is, isn't it? And I don't really understand what happened.
That is crazy. No, I didn't know that. I knew one good thing about Audacity, and that's that one of my favorite. I'm just going to do this again because I had the audio turned all the way down, so I'm not sure if that worked.
But if you have the audio turned
But
down,
yeah,
then
one
what
of-
does that do? It reduces the brightness of the video?
These are all questions. I'm going to call this Moshed 2 so that we can find out. Yeah, do you know the YouTuber Tentacruel?
Yeah, I know that you like him too. Yeah, hang on. Ari, what you're doing is trying to save
Yeah.
the project. I don't think that that's what we want to do. I think that what we want is to export the WAV file, because saving the project to me feels like saving a Reaper project as opposed to rendering the Reaper project, if you know what I mean.
Oh, but like export it as a WAV file, then rename it to .mov?
Maybe.
I should have studied up on this. But hey, we got 2 videos. Let's look at them. And then if I messed it up, I will change course. Oh yeah, these are. I said use .mov instead, and it was just like nah. Okay. So let's try your way. export as wave and then rename to MOV. That's what you suggest?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I wish there was some kind of export raw, but I guess the closest we can have is wave.
Let's try it. If you know the answer in the chat, let us know in the chat. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Is anybody chatting over here? Hey, Mage, how you doing? And 23 guitarists. With Ria Compressor, you can detect with Ria Composer, sorry. I was like, what? You can detect chords. It's very cool. As in Studio One, it's the script Ria Composer that Lua. Nice. I never. Oh, hey, set up by Marsha. Yeah, you go track those instruments. You got to do it. I never looked into that stuff because, like, I know chords. Like, not to brag, because it's not really hard. But yeah, everybody asks me about that. I just don't have a good answer. So great, Ria Composer. I'll check it out. Because it is useful. Not everybody needs to know this stuff. Okay, sorry. What were we doing? We were over here. So we exported it as audio. Let's bring it in. And let's just rename this to MOV. Should have really watched that tutorial again, especially since Audacity has changed some stuff. Let's open it with VLC. No, that's just audio. You probably didn't hear that.
I did not.
Hold on. Why are we doing this when we can do this? Data moshing, Audacity. Just give me a quick. I watched this video when I did it, but it was a long time ago. Okay, import raw data, export audio. In this case, change the file name back to the proper image in this PNG. Then save as type should be set to other uncompressed type, and the header should be set to raw headerless. All right, let's do all this stuff. So we go a file.
And is there any kind of
export.
requirement about the video coming in? Does it have to be in any particular format? It seems to me like there should be.
I don't think
There should be some requirement, because you probably want to have some kind of video format that is very light in terms of having headers and metadata and not very flexible. We don't want it to be very flexible, because the more flexible it is, the more metadata it will need. And when we do some moshing, we change that metadata, it will break.
Video formats. Let's see what people say. And there we go. Mike F. Go on. But it's an image. Using Audacity for video glitch effects. If you're not, then again, the first episode.
Oh, so they are converting
into an AVI, right?
Yeah, that's the kind of format that seems amendable to this, because it is very raw. There is not a lot of interesting aspects to it. It's not like MKV. MKV is like a whole thing.
MKV is the jam. Okay, so you tell me how I get AVI. Is there a fun way of doing that? Online, no download required.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Let's not go online. But I'm trying to think of something that can do this for us.
I mean, Reaper can do it.
Oh, really? It can do AVI? That's crazy to me. One thing we could try is FFmpeg on the command line, but that is... Do you have FFmpeg installed?
Yeah, I should do. Ship loops. Let's just see if it works. We go There we go. Videos FFmpeg AVI 1920 by 1080. Frame rate. I think I capture 30. I may capture 60. Whatever, who cares? Let's do 30. And audio none, so that it takes less. I don't know what this stuff is, but that sounds fast. Full speed offline. Let's go.
And what was the video to begin with?
Sorry.
A screen capture of us doing like EQs and stuff?
Yeah, I ran through the song and I opened re-EQ, which cramps, and then I acted frustrated with my mouse that it's cramped. Maybe we should look at the original.
We could also, I guess we should also show our face.
Oh, you're so smart. That's right. Yeah, we should data mosh our face and then do some mild editing too. Let's see. Let's just put it here so that I know nothing weird is going to be on screen. Data. Oh, wait. Why am I searching here? What are you, stupid? Data mosh video.avi.
There is not a thing that Reaper cannot do.
Ooh, but what does it mean? Oh, I guess because Audacity has this file open. Is that why?
I couldn't read the error message. What happened?
It said the path doesn't exist.
Oh, nice. Does this folder exist? Because it says there on the render to file dialog in Reaper directory. It says output.
Yeah,
directory.
this directory exists. I mean, this directory definitely exists because it's where my project is on. And not entire project, time selection. An AVI issue because there's another, like if I do this.
Yeah,
That does exist.
Yeah, mind you that when you are rendering the project, we don't hear you. Remember that.
Oh, haha. Yeah, but so I guess long story short, the path does exist because if I change the format, it'll work. So I think my FFmpeg may be broken or incomplete or out of date.
You know what's funny?
something.
I did a quick search for FFmpeg because I needed to know the command line that I would ask you to run. And check this out. I went to the ffmpeg.org website, and then the first page, the first example, converting from MP4 to AVI. So I guess you're not special.
Yeah. So, but is it something you can do online, or I gotta download stuff?
Just download FFmpeg.
All right, download this baby. Oh,
And you want
geez.
to go to the Mac logo, static builds, and that will take you to another website. And then you want to grab the one on the left, the one that has a weird name.
They all have weird names, but no, I get you. You know, stuff like this, I always like do and then immediately forget. And then later I'm like, how did I install FFmpeg? I watched a John Tidy video on the topic a while ago. And I don't remember how to do it, but can we get this show on the road there on Archiver? What are you saying? What is this? What is this? Maybe I just have zero patience. Maybe give it a second, Arya.
I don't know. The unarchiver was supposed to be faster than this. It is a relatively small file, isn't it?
Yeah, 16 megs. Let's kill it. Now I can't even kill it.
Awesome. That doesn't sound right though. FFmpeg is about 100 megabytes.
Oh, wait. Oh, we got one. Let's download a zip.
Oh, that's better.
It's 23 megabytes though.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Well,
What do I know?
well, maybe you're right. We still don't know if this will work or it will become 78 megabytes. Okay, and then this I put where?
Well, you can leave it there if you want, but if you want this, so on the command line, there are different ways of running things. So hang on, I will show you. So typically, you would want to be able to do something like ffmpeg and then stuff, right? And if you want to do that, then this needs to be in a special place because it needs to be found. But you don't have to do it that way if you don't want. You can always just go to like downloads, ffmpeg, blah, 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 and that will work just the same. But yeah, so you tell me, do you want this to be a more permanent solution or do you just want to run a command and forget about it?
Well, I guess since I'm getting a new version, really what I want is for it to go to my Reaper folder so that my codecs are up to date. Because probably I downloaded the FFmpeg codecs like a year ago or whatever and never updated. You feel me?
Yeah, that makes sense, but I think it's a separate step. If you want the latest FFmpeg on Reaper, I think that you don't want this executable because that's the thing you can run on the command line. And instead, you probably want some libraries, some dynamic libraries that Reaper can link into. So it's not quite the same. I think you need to do this at another moment. But yeah, about the command line thing, do you want to be able to run the command line with just FFmpeg or do you want to?
Yeah, just FFmpeg.
Okay, so in that case, you need to push FFmpeg in a place where the terminal will pick it up. And I can, again, show you what that looks like. So now you're seeing my screen and there is this, when you type FFmpeg or when you type anything really on the almost anything on the terminal, it is going to look up this on a series of directories. These are the directories that are going to be looked up on my machine, for instance. So it will look into this directory and try to find FFmpeg. If it cannot find it there, it will look here. And if it cannot find it there, and so on. So I guess what we can do is look at your path and find a place that makes sense, or maybe just go with a default. I think that something like this should be a good place to put it. So yeah, can you
so
open?
I do $path.
Yeah, you can either look at your path, or I guess you can just put it here because it's a well-known place, and I'm sure your path will include this no matter what you
User
install.
local bin.
Yeah.
User local bin.
Yeah. Can you open that in like Finder and then just drag and drop your FFmpeg from the downloads folder into there?
Sure. Give me a second there. Let's do one of these. Sorry, I go to Finder and go to Go, right?
Yeah, you go to Finder and you go to that directory by going to Go and then go to Folder.
Sorry, what was it? USR?
Yeah, you want to take the tilde in the beginning out. It's not in your home folder.
Gone.
Yeah, USR.
USR.
The slash was good though. You want the slash in the beginning.
Bin. Oh, the slash is good. Okay.
Yeah,
Slash
the slash in the
USR
beginning.
slash
USR local bin.
Oh, local and then slash bin.
Yes.
Let's go there. Beautiful. And I actually did a dumb thing because now I got to go back here and got to go in there. And got to grab this and move it over there. And authenticate. And shbloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. All right. Probably showed the whole bunch of incriminating stuff in that whole area, but hey, it's showbiz, baby.
Well, now
okay.
let's test this. Don't close this Finder window because we may need to do a bit more work there, but try to go on the command line and type FFmpeg. And See if it auto-completes. See if it works. Yeah, it works. And
All right.
with that, you can now run the command that is right on the front page of FFmpeg and convert that file right on the command line. Like a true hero.
$ FFmpeg -I.
Yeah, you don't want the dollar
Input
sign. The dollar
MP4.
sign represents your prompt. You don't want the dollar sign.
Okay. So I'll erase the $ and then I gotta like actually give it, I'm assuming, the name of the video, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to edit text in Terminal. Don't make fun of me. I'm just gonna copy a word. Give it the name of the thing, right?
Yeah, I think as you have the dollar sign there. Do I see it right?
God damn it. Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, you are not able to
just-
select stuff like that. It is an artifact from the past, but you cannot do that. It's not a text editor. It is like a typewriter of sorts.
I just make sure that this is the video, and I'm also gonna let's look at the video before we do anything to it. It's nothing special. Songs going through the thing. And I'm EQing. And at first I realized that actually I decramped this EQ by oversampling. So that was a fail. So I had to stop. So from minute 24, it's cramped. Okay, so from 24, and I'm just gonna change the name of this to Use Your Ears. That's actually not the most. Oh, so I can't. Wait, I can or cannot? Oh,
You cannot. You
okay,
cannot.
well, whatever. Okay.
But are you in the right folder? In the terminal, are you in the right folder? Are you in your downloads folder?
No.
Yeah, so I guess we got to go there first. So clean everything you have on a command line, and then let's change directory. You cannot select stuff, Arya.
If I drag this, is that a thing?
It is in macOS on terminal app. It is a thing, but yeah, I guess we can do that. So just say ffmpeg, the file name, and then some output file name.
I feel like there was more stuff. No? There was like a -I
Yes.
situation.
Yes, you have to go to the beginning of the command line.
Is this
Come on,
where
this
I
is
am,
getting too
or-
messy. This is getting too messy. Hit Control C, and I really mean Control C in the terminal. I don't mean command. I
Okay.
mean Control. Okay, we
Okay.
have a new line. ffmpeg -I
Yeah.
ffmpeg space -I. Then drag the file. No, drag the file
file.
from Finder.
Yoinks.
There you go.
And
And then give it
then-
an output file name. So anything.avi. But this is going to come out in your home directory. I hope you have space there.
If it's not like 1,000,000 gigabytes, I do.
It's going to be bigger. It's going to be, I think, double the size of the MP4. But what do I know? I thought that the download for FFmpeg was going to be 100 megabytes.
Can I just do like something like this? If I go volumes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can do that.
Okay, volumes. Aria. For some reason, this.
Oh, no. Yeah, so put double quotes around the name because you have spaces and weird characters in there. You have to put double quotes around the whole name of the file. So before the first slash up to the right of the I on AVI. Do you get what I mean?
No, maybe not. This text editor is so annoying.
It's not a text editor, it's a terminal. That's why it's annoying. Yeah, I get it. Perhaps we should have gone with Handbrake, which is a a graphical user interface version of FFmpeg.
You know what? Home directory it is. Let's just do this.
Yeah, just run the command.
Wow, look at this. Let's see a text editor do this, huh? Let's look at the chat. Is anybody still here? Why would you be here? Of all the places you could be, why here? Oh, the Reaper blog is here. Hey, Reaper blog. Were you streaming and we cramped up your style? Get it? Cramp.
Oh.
Was sending you a DM on Discord. Oh. I will check. I just closed my Discord because, I don't know, I closed everything because my computer crashes, but I will check that right away. I don't know if I should check that on the stream. Maybe it's something private. Also, something nice for the terminal is to install the Oh My Zish, but I think it is just for Zish and bot bash. What is a Zish?
It's the Z shell. So when you open the terminal, I said this is a thing from the past. When you open the terminal, that frame that opens is the terminal.app. But inside terminal.app, you can open different command prompts. So there is something called, you may have heard of bash. Have you heard of bash?
Yes, from opening terminal and it's saying bash up there.
There you go. So when you open the terminal, it may open bash or it may open other programs that are also command lines, but they have different features. One of which is Z shell. It used to be the case that bash was the default in macOS, and these days Z shell is the default in macOS. For the most part, they are compatible, so you will not see a whole lot of difference. But if you are on the terminal often, then you may want to fancy things up with pretty colors, and maybe instead of just saying the directory you're in, you can also see the Git branch you're in. You can do fancy things. And Oh My Z Shell is this repository that contains a bunch of nice customizations for Z Shell and brings you some new features too. That's nice. But it seems like you are even using bash because I think you are running an older version of macOS. And really...
Yeah, I'm 10.14, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that Z Shell would help you very much. Even Oh My Z Shell would help you very much with these problems you're having, because you're having problems with like trying to use the terminal as a text editor, which is a sensible thing to do these days, but it's not how the terminal works. And I don't think that anything would help you with that. Even Visual Studio Code does some nice things in that front. Visual Studio Code does some nice things in that front. It takes links and makes them clickable. It helps you go to delete a whole word at a time. But even in Visual Studio Code, you cannot click anywhere and start editing as if it was a text editor. Perhaps, and I'm pretty sure there will be some kind of tool that does this kind of thing. But yeah, Z Shell, Oh My Z Shell, none of that is going to help with that. Let's just try to get out of the command line. Let's use handbrake next time.
Yeah. This is like, I feel like a dog at a computer when I open the terminal. Okay, so this looks like it was done. It's saying it's so much text, I can't see what's relevant.
Yeah, it is giving you a lot of information. It's giving you all the information about the codecs that FFmpeg supports in this particular build. It's giving you all the information about the different streams of media that it finds in that container. It's giving you more information that you care about. But once it finished, there is an AVI file in your home directory that we can look at.
Okay. I'll just open a new Finder window. And what did I call it? Use your ears. You're probably so frustrated that I'm doing this instead of going to the home directory. But what is the home directory? And I don't think I can put...
I don't think it's going to find it that way. Go to the terminal and hit... Because I see that when you open Finder, it doesn't show your home directory. So say open space dot. And hit return.
What?
And that will open Finder in the right directory, and then you can see the file. There it is. Try
I'm
to
just
open
going to
it.
take it over here.
Oh yeah.
And there we go. Okay, so now
Finally.
we're at the start of the process. I was gonna say, and maybe this will be different because maybe this will be like a little more chirpy and not just like pure white noise.
Before you open
nonsense.
it in Audacity, can you open it in VLC just to make sure that the file is still sensible, that FFmpeg did what it was supposed to? And also, I'm noticing that the file is smaller, so what do I know about file sizes? I got it wrong twice already.
Well, but the thing is, in your defense, I think we exported like 1920 by 1080, but my screen cap is at whatchamacallit. My screen cap was at 2K. Fuck off. Quick
No,
time.
come
I just
on.
wanted to see.
In FFmpeg, I thought that it was going to make the file bigger because I thought that AVI would make the file bigger, but it didn't. It made the file relatively smaller, I think. And in the way that we call FFmpeg, it was not supposed to do any conversion in terms of resolution, frame rate, none of that. It was just supposed to take a container, extract the streams from there, and put it in another container. And I guess it did that
Well, the resolution looks garbage.
well,
Like
what you gonna do?
real bad. And also, I guess another factor is that this has like 6 channels of audio on it. So
you gotta
that's
love that.
also a lot of data.
All right, but anyway, we have something that we can put in Audacity, so let's do that.
Raw data. All right, finally. All right, let's make this 24-bit. Let's not get fancy. Little Indian. I totally know what that is. Psh, if you don't know what that is, get out of the whole industry. All right, there we go. And
What does it
I'm just
look
gonna
like?
listen to it.
Can you zoom into the waveform? I want to see that.
Sure, I totally know how to do that.
Oh, it looks like audio, really. Nice, except for the beginning, which looks like a bunch of control things. But it looks like white
Yeah.
noise, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like white noise. There's some gaps, and yeah, that's.
I was pretty sure you're gonna hit play and you were going to hear a modem connecting.
Oh, actually, I didn't know this until recently. But have you ever listened to time code?
By accident, yes.
Yeah, like time code, I didn't know, but yeah, like back in the day, they would just write it on a channel of audio as audio. So time code has a sound.
They don't do that
Oh, it
anymore. I thought that
remembered all
that was
this
still a thing because I can on my camera, for instance, take an audio code generator, a time code generator, and put it as input for audio, and then everything will sync up.
I'm not sure I'm not sure what happens under the hood. I just know, time code, you have a device, it says the time code on it. You look at the time code. If you want, you burn it into the file.
But I think when you burn it
As
into the file,
metadata.
it's burning that as a stream of audio, unless there is some special stream for
okay.
time code that I don't know of.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just enjoy the genius of coders. I don't know what happens under the hood. File, export audio, change the file name back to the proper image, etc. In this case, BNT. Okay, let's try this step. So
You already applied the echo?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It may turn out like we also had to. It may turn out that we also had to do something like maybe not apply it to the beginning or the end, wherever the metadata is. I don't know. So we'll find out. Okay, and then the file type has to be raw headerless. Do you see this option? Other uncompressed files, thank you. header raw, headerless. And the encoding should be set to EULA or ALA. Do you know what that is?
I do, but I may misremember
says-
this. So I
It
may
says
be...
depending on which was chosen during the import process. Well, during the import process, we use this.
Fair enough. Yeah, so maybe we should
Should
have
we
used
just-
something else.
Let's try this. And then if not, we'll try EULA. And then if not, we'll actually read that dude's blog post, Mike F. or whatever. Yeah, get out of my face. I mean, look at that speed. Are you joking? Okay. So, but this is now .raw. Is that part of what should happen? Oh, no, I did it wrong. Okay, hold on, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the memories. Are you seriously going to forget all the times that we spent? Okay, and then... I mean, does that even make sense? 24-bit Pascal modulation for a video. Let's use EULA. And then make this back to AVI. This better fucking work.
It will not,
So
probably.
hold on, sorry. Applied. This went a lot more smoothly the first time. Let me tell you. You are about to... Oh, okay. This is encouraging because I remember seeing this. Yeah, what's going to go wrong?
So you asked about what is EULA, and I think I have an answer for that, so I'm going to try and take a stab at that. So you know how
Okay.
when you are converting samples into numbers, or you are encoding samples as numbers, you tend to think of the range of the quietest thing to the loudest thing as being linear. So you tend to think of like, I'm going to use numbers between -1 and 1 to represent audio. So -1 is going to be the further in the speaker can go, and 1 will be the further out the speaker can go. And between -1 and 1, it will be a linear relationship between the numbers and the positions of the speaker cone, as
Or
like,
so we think.
yeah. So that's one way of doing things. But if you think about it, it may not be the best way of encoding this, because rarely do you really want to go all the way up to the loudest noise in either spectrum, either side of the spectrum. And if you don't have a lot of bits to encode, if you are dealing with something that is not 24 bits, but you are dealing with fewer bits, it may be a waste of resources to encode things linearly. You may want to devote more bits to the stuff that you are going to use most of the time. And there are different ways of going about this. I may be full of it. I may be explaining everything wrong here. Just mind you that. But that's my understanding. If you have fewer bits, you may want to optimize that representation to use the bits to encode the stuff that you're going to be using more often with more detail. And then it ends up looking like this. You have this kind of curve. Instead of a linear representation between -1 and 1, you end up with this curve that is the
S-curve.
mu law. So it's actually not the u law, it's the mu law. But in
Oh,
Audacity,
okay,
it seems like they
gotcha.
couldn't write the Greek letters. But then it ends up looking like this. And you can encode stuff like this because then you can just take the inverse and you will end up with a linear representation, but you can use your bits more efficiently. So you could think of this as something that would happen in your in your analog to digital converter, and this is something that would happen in your digital to analog converter. You would end up with a representation that looks like the original, but you would be using your bits more efficiently. I hope I did topic some justice.
Damn, math is sexy, yo. Okay, so in the meantime, I tried a few things. It didn't work. So we should actually follow this procedure because probably the way we imported stuff was like not great.
Yeah.
So
And the person
we
was
did
using
that.
Handbrake.
Oh, okay, yeah. Or they're using
No,
Prism
they use
video
a
file
Prism.
converter.
Never heard of that one, but it looked like
Yeah.
Handbrake.
as raw data. Choose a. Okay, so when we import, we gotta import as ALA or EULA, and then just export the same way.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay. It's all coming back to me now that I did it wrong like 6 times. I'm like, oh yeah. That was all in my head.
Well,
All
I was
that data
explaining
was
this
there
yesterday on my
where-
stream, and I guess I'm going to explain this again since you have some busy work to do. I think that there are 2 kinds of streams. Either you know something and you're going to share that knowledge, and that's sometimes what we do. Or you're going to explore something and you're going to learn something and you're going to learn in public, which I also think is a valid
Yeah.
thing to do. So I guess that's what we are doing today.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, like, I didn't know about EULA or Indian, and you may be like, hey, where will I use this? But, one day you're at a club, you see, an attractive person, you got a couple of lines to drop. Okay, so let's remember EULA.
Do you?
We-
Yeah, Mula. All right. Do you have other things you
Mula.
have to do when importing? Did you see the article if it mentioned anything about the Indianness of the bytes? I don't think it would, but
you get
Intuitively
different
doesn't make
results. I tend to leave these settings, yeah. Noises. If I'm pretty much all done.
I think that's code for I don't really know what this mean either, so I just leave them.
Yeah. Okay, so it is saying this. Apply your audio processing to the areas of the file between the 2 endpoints, which is good because whatever's happening on the... Did I already do that? I may have already... Fucking destructive editors. Get out of here. Let's just do it. Oh, sorry,
But really,
sorry.
what's key about this whole thing is that Audacity can interpret any file as audio if you tell it so. That's awesome.
That's right.
I don't know
Yeah.
any other software that does this. Module, something like using NumPy if you're using Python. You can do that.
I mean, you can even use it with like text or like Google Sheets or Excel sheets and all those kinds of things. The movie. Okay, EULA, the Indian, 2 channels. I don't think channel count matters too much. Maybe it matters in that let's do it mono so that all the file, like the data is
One big strip.
just laid out end to end, right? Because otherwise it's like, what if it's up and down and left and right? And now I really gotta actually know some Audacity to do this next part. Like, why when I zoom? Okay, you see what I'm dealing with here, ladies and gentlemen? All right, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna ignore everything with wow. That's scary.
So again, we are trying to avoid the header and the trailers of the file.
Sorry.
We are trying to avoid the header and the trailer of the file, the head and the tail of the file, because we don't want to mess with the metadata. And I guess
I like that Audacity thing.
And I guess what's special about AVI as a file format is that it doesn't have any sort of metadata or containers in the packets. It is just going to have some headers, some footers maybe, and everything in between is just going to be raw data, and that's why we can do this. With something like MKV, we would be nowhere near this, because MKV has all this metadata interspersed with the data. And that's why it's useful when you're recording in OBS to record in MKV, because you're interspersing the metadata in between. So if your file if your OBS crashes, your file is left in an unknown state, at least that metadata is there.
Now the question is, if you're a user of Audacity, you probably want to punch me in the face right now. Get out of here. Well, how do I select the damn thing? I don't understand. Okay.
I guess even non-users of Audacity at this point may want to punch you, Arya.
Because I click on the thing. Why do you cut the thing? I don't understand. What I wants to do is gonna play in my ear. The result of this better be good because I'm getting assaulted by white noise.
So
Okay, can I cut this? It won't let me cut it. Just
so while you're trying to figure out Audacity, can I plug something?
yeah, please
Yeah, so
distract people.
I will tease something that will happen in my channel if everything goes according to plan in a couple weeks or maybe more. But are you into speedrunning?
Games?
Yes.
I'm into watching them. I'm not good at them.
No, but do you watch speedruns?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so do I. I love them. And recently there was this speedrun of Ocarina of Time, the Triforce Percent
Yeah.
speedrun. Did you watch that one?
No.
It's awesome. You should watch it. You should definitely watch it. I will not spoil it. To me, it is not only the greatest speedrun of all time, it may be one of the most touching pieces of art for someone like myself who has played the game for 24 years, 23 years at this point. I played it since it was released, and Ocarina of Time is like I played it my entire life. And I mean, it is amazing. It is amazing. And I am talking to the director of this to come to my stream, and we will do some diving into the source code that made this happen, because it is a tool-assisted speedrun. There was a robot involved in the process, so there was a human and a human,
That's
a
cool.
human and a robot. They needed to collaborate. For technical reasons, it was necessary for both humans and robots to play in this, and it's just remarkable. It's out of this world. It is the best speedrun ever. It is one of the most amazing pieces of art I have ever seen. And the director of the speedrun agreed to join me on this stream. So that's probably going to happen in the following weeks. So I wanted to tease that for other people who are into speedruns.
That's amazing. I love speedruns. I never played Ocarina of Time, which is like I don't know. It's at least if you're watching, I always find it more enjoyable if you actually have played the game. You know what I mean? So at least you know a little bit. But that sounds cool. Yeah, I'll be there. Okay, so I took care of splitting the file. I don't understand why this has to be so. I mean, it's not hard when you know how to do the thing, but this is just excruciating. I just need to select the damn thing. Well,
Why
there's a
did you
thing
split?
with like,
Couldn't you do a time
because I
selection?
just don't know. When you do a time selection, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't. It just plays it, but when I applied the effect, it still applied it to everything. How do I select you? I just want you. Oh, what? Now it's selected a bunch of stuff. All right, let's just apply the effect before I lose my damn mind over here. Hey, feature request. Can we get the entirety of Audacity as a JSFX? You know those people? All right.
To be
Let's see
fair,
if
I
this
think
works.
that just by the looks of it, it seems to me that you are running a relatively old version of Audacity, and it improved a lot lately. It is, I think you can do non-destructive editing these days. It has the notion of media items, which I think they call it by some other name, but we call it media items in Reaper. And yeah, it is very different these days.
Well, this is at least like it's probably an old version, but it does do non-destructive. When you import a file to it, it creates a copy of the file and calls it like AUP3, I think. And then you preserve your original. All right, and now we go export audio. I actually don't know what part of the file I even did stuff to. So at this point, raw, headerless. I'm used EULA. We're exporting EULA. We're calling this AVI. We're saving this. We're going to use AVI. We're going to replace that file. We're aware of the risks involved. Let's get rocking. Please work. I mean, at this point, sometimes you just got to beg. Sometimes you just got to beg. So that's what I'm doing. How do I? Yeah, there we go. Oh, sorry. There's been a bunch of shit. You can break the header with the effect. I've never done this with video, but did with image files. At one point, I was thinking of some sort of batch process for exporting frames to Audacity. Oh, fun. It is frustrating to switch from plan A to plan B. It is true, but you're really not feeling it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I remember one time we kind of got Dan World to come on the channel, and then he didn't. And then I don't remember what we did, but Synchrotron is like teaching stuff is hard. Kudos to those who can. You know, I used to be a certified teacher and everything, but I don't remember how to teach anymore. Make a selection. Oh, I should have really listened to John. John knows. Make a selection, drag in the waveform. Cut is the cut command, as in command and X, not split. Oh, okay. To me, the scissor is a... Well, I don't know. You're right. The scissor is the cut. Over the waveform. There are real-time effects in Audacity these days. What am I watching? We're trying to data mosh Synchrotron, which is interpreting a video as audio, applying audio effects to it, and then exporting it back as a video, which is not the only thing you can do with data moshing, but it's basically taking data in one medium and doing stuff with it in another medium and re-importing it. Because I know that people do it with audio too. So they import audio and then they like apply like blur to it and then they export it again. But blur as in like video blur, like a Gaussian blur. Which I think there's a JSFX for that as well. All right, here we go. Is everybody ready?
It's gonna be loud.
Come on.
Not for us, but it's gonna be loud for you.
Well, it seems like it's not opening.
Oh, awesome.
Come on.
The file is just completely corrupted, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So maybe I still applied the effect wrong.
No, hang on.
But when
try
I look
again,
at
try again. VLC crashed. Can you try again?
Sure. Let me just confirm something. Oh, I was confirming that indeed this part I kept, and I think I split it like at the end before whatever this is in effect. But when I exported, did it export all three of these or did it not? Is another question.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? Like if I do this, is this the end? Ugh. Come on, fella. Ah, you fucker, Rudy. You fucker. I just want to get to the end of the file so that I'm sure I'm selecting. Oh, that's not the end of the file. That's just the end of everything. This is the end of everything. You are the end of everything. All right. I don't know if this will work. If I can't make this to work. Last time it just
Then I will
worked.
give it a try, actually.
I don't even know.
Then I will try to be the pilot and I'll try to give it some
Yeah,
love.
you'll probably be able to figure out. Last time I watched a YouTube video and I just copied it step by step, which is probably why it worked. And right now, oh my God, this is like excruciating. Come on, buddy. Why are you so slow? Who hurt you? Oh my God, this is good. Also, why
are you doing this to
It's
us,
like
Arya?
it's like a 2-minute video. Why is it like 25 minutes of audio? I guess makes sense in a way. Oh my God. All right. I'm going to keep naming these differently until something makes sense. Other uncompressed file, raw headerless, EULA. Yeah. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. All right. But since the files are the same, I'm going to assume this wouldn't work because if I actually just missed a little bit of thing, it wouldn't do the stuff. Yeah, like the duration is 0 seconds. So that's a hint, no? That the whole thing failed.
Great.
Thanks, Obama. Okay, I think, Leandro, I think I've put everybody through enough.
Do you want
Why
me to
don't
give it
I
a try?
send you this? Yeah, why don't I send you this 84 megabyte?
No, let's not bother with
Original.
that. Let's do something else. Here is the stream in my computer. I'm going to start recording, and we are going to show our faces. This is
Cool.
my face. This is Arya's face. We are showing both our faces now. And stop recording. And
I
then-
guess, yeah, let's do a test one that's short.
And I will go to the place where the videos go, which is the videos folder. Get this fellow and open it in lossless cut real quick because I don't want to do the whole recording. It was kind of large.
Lossless cut, that's what I need.
Yeah, it's a GUI. It is. I used it once. It worked that time, but now it's bouncing up and down. Oh well.
John says, I made most of my first sample library in Audacity. It was hell. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear at least, because I thought, like, I just don't know how to use it. If it's hell, even for people who know how to use it. I used to use Audacity, but back then my audio needs were pretty easy. And also just like, I don't know, like if you got a bunch of like field recordings and you're just high passing all of them. Well, I used to work in Pro Tools, right? So it was a whole thing. You had to select all of them on Audio Suite and all of that. So we used to just import into Audacity, apply like a high pass to them. And, you know, it makes the waveforms like better quality, especially if you're in a noisy place. So this is just simple stuff like that. I didn't have to select. I just, you know, Command and A, Bob's your uncle. But yeah, good to know that it's hard, even for people who know what they're doing.
I am now getting myself beat. This stream is a nightmare. And we are gonna show our faces. This is
Cool.
my face. This is Arya's face. We are showing both our faces now. There you go. This is a cut, but I couldn't move the playhead. See, I cannot click and drag the playhead. I had to play and then click on start and end. And then I will have to find a way to export this.
That's
format.
hella ghetto. Oh, AVI, there you go.
Really? You see it? Okay, if you see it, I will keep staring at it until I find it.
It's alphabetical. Go to all formats and go to AVI.
I will. Okay. Awesome. Audio, video, interleaved. There you go. That's what AVI stands for. It's audio and video interleaved. So that's
Cool.
why it
That's
has
why
no.
I guess it works.
It has very little in the way of headers and footers and no metadata in between, and that's why it's good for data moshing. So now I can.
Could
click on
you? I
export.
don't know if this is possible. Well, I guess export this because the video you captured has audio, right? It's
Yeah,
not
but I
just
said that it
video.
should discard audio.
Okay, so you're way ahead of me. All right. Leandro Facchinetti, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I think I got it. It is a file. I can open it with VLC and it has no audio. And this is what the video looks like. It just
Freezes.
it freezes,
Oh.
which is perfect for our intents.
Sure, yeah.
Now it's Audacity time.
All right. Lossless cut is great. I get my Sony to cut B. Oh, I get my son. I get my Sony. I get my son to cut B-roll for me. Nice, nice. How old is your son, John? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah,
Um,
I used this once, and I gotta say, I don't think it's very intuitive. I think it's great for what it does. It allows you to cut videos really fast because it is lossless, so it's just going to trim the ends. But I don't know. I think I prefer to use QuickTime for that. And now
But,
Audacity is giving us a
so
good time here. Oh, it's trying to scan all my
it's
VSTs. Stop that.
lossless. What I'm wondering is like it's lossless, but you choose the format anyway, so you have to still. Like what I want is something that just trims the thing, but just keeps the same format and everything, so I don't have to tell it to give me a certain format. You know what I mean?
Well, isn't that exactly what we just did? We were able to import
But you
any kind of
specified
jump
a format.
for the output. Yeah, I suppose. But the default was just use the same.
Oh, okay. The default is uses.
Yeah.
He's 9. Cool.
Yeah, now something interesting is happening. Audacity was trying to scan the VSTs and I told it to stop. But now there is another Audacity jumping up and down here, and that doesn't seem good. So how about we quit Audacity and try again? And force
Wait,
quit
what was
this
jumping around?
Audacity. Oh, I guess you couldn't see because
Oh,
of this the overlay on the screen. But yeah, there were 2 instances of Audacity, one of which was jumping up and down. And it doesn't seem too happy. Yeah, stop that. I don't want to scan my VSTs, and don't show me that.
33 Reddits.
Yes, Audacity is jumping up and down, whatever. Let's try to open this file. Import raw data from my videos folder, I want to say. Videos, yeah, that. Open, and then we are going to do MuLaw, default, mono, start offset. Yeah, all that looks good to me. And here we have the file. Yay! And then we can zoom in and we can see as audio each of these samples. I love that Audacity shows samples this way. The lollipop graph. That's the right way
as
of showing.
points, yeah.
Good for
Wait,
them.
can't you set Reaper to show it this way?
Nope. You can tell Reaper to do sync interpolation, which is nice. You can tell it to do steps, which is horrible. You can tell it to do lines, which is not okay either. But yeah, nice. So we have the
It
headers.
doesn't do points.
It is pretty clear that this is headers. And then we have probably some more headers going on here. But then we probably just have video at this point. Seems to me.
Yeah. Split is command and I learned just now.
But I think I will try to not split this. I will try to just apply the effect to a range, like so. Okay, that should be enough.
Synchrotron is saying this is fascinating. Wonder where it will end up. I think all of us, eh? Hey, Bo. You missed me fumbling on Audacity like a damn fool.
So if I
And
apply
now
the
I'm just
effect
sitting
here,
there.
it will it apply to just this range that I selected?
Maybe you want to try one thing. Maybe like apply like a compressor or something super obvious that we can see in the waveform. Because an echo applied to a waveform that is white noise-ish is hard to
Yeah. So
see.
I will apply.
You can go normalize and like normalize to a really low value or a really high value. I guess to a really low value.
Remove DC offset. Normalize peak amplitude to minus 90. And preview. No, not that. Apply. Okay, it's applying
Okay,
only to the
so-
range,
Nice.
which means that I can command Z and
All the beer has gone. Where are you based, Synchrotron? Because you said has gone, I'm gonna assume the UK.
and you wanted to
Americans.
do echo.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. And what were the parameters here?
A 0.5 and 0.75, but whatevs.
Okay, we can clearly see that the waveform only changed in the middle here.
Nice,
And
nice,
then I
nice.
export that as what again?
Audio.
Audio?
Export audio, yeah. And then in this next menu, you select file type, other uncompressed files. And then header is raw, headerless.
Yeah.
You passed
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And the encoding
And
EULAW.
encoding Mula. Here we go.
And then I will
Oh,
try
it's
and
between Manchester and Liverpool. Cool.
I will try and
Yeah,
find my videos folder real quick here. This may take a while.
I assumed from has gone that you are from the UK because North Americans would say like the beer's out or is gone, I guess they could say. They say stuff wrong over here. It's weird because I have a accent that's more similar to North American English, but I use tenses mostly like the British way. So
The
every
file
once in a
size is
while-
the same, which I guess is correct because we didn't
Encouraging.
change the length of the file.
Right.
And then I'm gonna open this in VLC and
Did you get it the first time? I'm going to be so angry.
I don't think so.
Yay.
It doesn't like the file play. Play the file. Can you play the file? Would you
The
play
pause
the file?
stretch algo and Audacity is nice. Yeah, the pause stretch is the predecessor, I'm just going to assume, of the old RIA.
It didn't work,
So
Aria.
that didn't work. Yeah. You want to try one thing? Just so we have like a thing. You want to take a screenshot of the video and just try to do it on an image, like a BNP. That's really easy.
Okay.
So at least we have some. But, well, in that case, really an echo wouldn't make too much sense. We gotta like...
So I now
Compress
in
it.
QuickTime, and I am gonna try and export a frame using QuickTime. Come on.
Why don't you just use the screenshot to screenshot
I
the
will.
video?
I will screenshot your face.
Oh,
now we have
I
an
didn't
image.
catch that either.
Now we need to transform the image into BMP.
Yeah, BMP definitely works, John says. I definitely got an AVI to work one time, but I just followed like a video tutorial step by step. So I'm wondering if we're missing a step, but I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe it's like better if it's stereo, or I don't know.
Again, I will try and screenshot your face and hope that that goes into my, god damn it, my downloads folder. Yeah, we have your face there. I will put that into the videos folder for whatever reason and try and convert from JPEG into PNG.
BMP.
How do I convert that? Is Preview capable of that? Probably not.
There's probably online converters that you can just like swap the file onto and zap the file out of. Or maybe John will give us the answer in half a second.
Yeah, it seems like Finder cannot do that. Can FFmpeg work with images? Let's throw FFmpeg at the problem. Let's throw FFmpeg at the problem. Videos,
Ooh,
FFmpeg.
get into that matrix.
FFmpeg-i screenshot, and then hello BMP. does not contain an image sequence pattern or pattern is invalid, but it seems like it is an image. Preview
It's
can open it.
BMP.
Yeah,
There we
FFmpeg
go.
did the trick. Now,
Good job,
close Audacity,
FFmpeg.
open Audacity.
Such a good guy.
I feel like I am the kind of person, I feel like right now I am, I seem like the kind of person who would do a search by Googling to Google. Maybe even HTTPS google.com and then type here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Audacity is still trying to scan VSTs. Let's not do that. Import raw data. Where is the BMP? The name is hello.
Hello.bmp. Yeah.
And we are going to go ulaw, whatever, import. And then we probably want to stay away from the beginning and the end. I'll just go there. Effect. And what do you want to do with this?
I guess let's change the pitch.
All right. Let's do that. How do I do that? Where is pitch?
And there's change pitch up above. Fourth option after the...
Thanks.
Yeah. And let's just go a whole octave so it's not anything subtle.
Hang on. A whole octave.
Below you have semitones, half steps. You can just enter manually.
Oh, so 12? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, why not?
Use high quality stretching. No. Low quality, please. Apply.
It's experimental, baby.
And then we got something. Now export. You say select
Audio.
export audio, you said before? Okay.
Yeah, and then other uncompressed file, raw headerless, Mula, boom.
Oh,
Maybe change the, yeah.
Oh, get out of my hair,
Bo wants
Audacity.
to pulse stretch. I'm just wondering about pulse stretch or echo because it's like a frame and it's a time-based thing. Though I don't know how this stuff is written. So
We
hey,
effectively
we
moshed
did, Omar.
something.
I mean, I could have done that in GIMP in like half a second. So really the video, that's fine.
But if we can do it to BMP, we should be able to do it to AVI. I don't think that perhaps our AVI was so good to begin with. I did the AVI using that lossless cut app. I don't think it was doing us any good because even in VLC, when I opened the original, it was looking a bit weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All of this doesn't sound like a healthy file to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from scratch with the video file, but I'm not going to touch lossless cut. This time I will do FFmpeg because it worked for us
Nice.
with BMP conversion. So FFmpeg.
John,
input,
if you're putting a link, my chat doesn't allow it. Oh, it's my cat. Everybody, what? But send it to me on Discord because now it's not on the screen. I can go and check it out and paste the link here.
Aria, you can also just make John a moderator and then he can post whatever he wants. That's what I do in my channel. Just click on the ellipsis right next to his name, and we are gonna. Oh, so check this out. It worked this time. We have an AVI that is more healthy. This
Nice.
is
Cool.
my
Okay,
fix.
John, you are now the moderator, so you should be good to post that link now. But LMK.
Okay, we moshed something. No. Okay, now I have an AVI that I think is better. Raw data. Let's find that AVI. That's the AVI. Open. Mula. Default. 1, 0, blah, blah. Oh, that's going to have audio in there. Well, whatever. Then select a good chunk, but try to avoid the beginning and the end. Then effect, and you were doing echo before, but the echo could go out. I mean, I don't know how
the range of the thing.
I don't know how it renders, so
Let's do pulse stretch because Bo suggested it. I mean, pulse stretch stretches stuff, but hopefully it'll extend the length of the file. I'm assuming in regular pulse
So
stretch that
what we
happens.
learned
the length.
before, we learned that when I select a range, it only applies the effect to that
Shankaroni.
range. But let's try and find what Audacity does with something like echo, if it is going to render the echo after the range or if it's going to cut the echo.
Like
so
post tail. Yeah.
For that, how about we just give
I think it just
an audio
cuts the
file?
tail.
I think it cuts the tail. I also think that. But let's go to File, New, Open, and then open a file from my videos folder, or maybe even from my
Leandro,
files.
when you make somebody the moderator, is it for the stream or is it overall?
Overall, it's a channel setting.
Okay, I'm making Bo, Mage, and Synchrotron also moderators. Y'all are always here. You send me links.
Yeah, I just
You're
proved,
not gonna...
I don't know if you were watching, but I proved that, yes, it is only applying the effect to the selected range and it's not
Okay, it cuts
making...
the...
Yeah. So with that, we
Cool.
can close this Audacity, not save, and then we can select again, just in case. There, effects, and I will do the echo, and then I will do post stretch, because post stretch is gonna make things longer, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we can also see
Alright.
here that it only affected my selection.
Yeah, it makes it louder, so that's kind of
Good indication that it
easier
worked.
to see, yeah.
So then export audio, uncompressed, blah, blah. Okay. Don't show this. Did it work? Is that it? Are we moshed? The file size is the same. That is okay. Open with VLC. Don't be loud. You will be loud, won't you? Oh, we moshed something.
Nice. I was, in my head, it was like, oh, it's going to take every frame and reproduce it like 2 frames later. This is somewhat underwhelming. I remember a reverb worked really well. The last time I did it, I used a reverb and it was like stretching the face.
I feel like we
Kinda,
touched some
and it was
header or footer of the file because it doesn't seem right to me that it is just a static image, and at the end it does something else. But at least we are effectively going from AVI into Audacity and then back. So let's try other things.
At least, yeah.
So I undid what I have done before. You know what's interesting, Arya? I want to try this before we try any other effect. I undid my echo. I will just export this and look at it in VLC, just going in and out.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
export
yeah.
audio, same settings, AVI, not moshed. Use AVI. I told you to use AVI. Why don't you?
Yeah, every time.
Okay, same file size. All checks out.
Imagine if a ping pong did it actually make the video repeat every n seconds. That's kind of what that's how I was seeing it in my head. I was like, oh, it's just. Yeah, I want a linear universe.
It's even worse this time. Now that I did not apply any effects, it's even worse. The file seems to be
Very
just
interesting.
completely corrupted.
John says, I think the video doesn't have enough iframes after export. Because that's another thing that people do, right? Like data mushing, they just kind of like take a video and they remove like p frames or things like that. Did you see the link with examples of processing? No, let's check out this link, or maybe Leandro, you open it on your end.
No, I'm really bothered by the fact that it didn't preserve the file going in and out. There's something wrong with my import and export settings, I think. Maybe I shouldn't be Command Z-ing stuff. I will close for good and retry.
Wow, John, you killed it. You actually like created an image. Reverse, invert. Oh, the sine sweep looks awesome. Yeah, so John is actually doing like quite simple effects, like a little boost or reversing or using a phaser. So those, though, like he's using echo and it's working really well. And our echo, the echo is working exactly like I thought it would. It's just copying like faint versions of the thing and putting them like further down, which is kind of how exactly I was imagining it. So hey, there's the thing.
Are you seeing stuff in your computer that I should be showing on the stream?
Yeah, if you want, it's fun. Go to the link in the chat that John posted.
No, I'm showing your computer now.
Oh, nice. There we go. So sorry, I went somewhere else. So this is the original image. John's doing a law, which I mean that's the thing worth trying. Maybe
Yeah, I
new
actually
law
tried
is-
it this time because
okay.
thought I would try something else.
And look, like with the reverse, that looks kind of cool.
That looks very cool.
Invert, that looks like a video invert. Chirp generator, sine sweep, that's like my fave. Just an EQ boost, that's kind of interesting.
That's very nice. I like that very much.
Random cuts and boosts, phaser, love that one. And then the echo, like this is what I was imagining would happen to our video. It would just kind of draw like fainter and fainter copies of it on the sides, but that was not what happened. And then cut and paste, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So maybe I guess like for now we should figure out just doing it like raw, how that will work. And then also just try to figure out or just try to simplify our effects use
Okay.
to start.
So I was able to do a round trip. It's interesting. I was able to do a round trip in Audacity. This time I used a law. And check this out. It is
Okay.
already a little bit glitchy.
Nice. We like that.
Yeah. All right. So now let's do the full shebangs. Let's get rid of this file.
So ALA is the way to go.
It seems to be. Let me close some stuff here because I'm getting confused. Audacity. Will you mosh for us? Stop that. Come on, Audacity.
Oh, John is saying, I think you will need to do this frame by frame. So to get like the duration of a frame in audio, like divide by frame number of frames in the video, like 10-second video, 24 frames per second, divide the audio file in 240 frames and apply effects to them.
That would be one way of doing it, but AVI is supposed
But again,
to be...
I'm kind of thinking in a very linear way. I'm just thinking, oh, this is the frame one.
Yeah, if
and
you
the
wanted to
frame two
mosh,
is right next to
if you
it.
mosh each frame individually, I think it will look like
Incredible.
I think it will look super flashy, and you will not be able to do the thing you talked about, where one frame appears again on the next frame. The kind of echo thing will not work.
Right.
Yeah, so echo was not doing us any favors. Let's try something else, but not post trash, because that's going to change the length of the file, I think. But what was one of the...
Cowbell says, oh, maybe let's just try like an EQ. Why not?
Let's try reverb. You said that reverb was going to be...
Reverb. Yeah,
good.
that's what I did the first time I tried it, that it worked. So maybe what to do is keep the dry gain at unity
I
Oh,
already
you-
did
you
it. I already did
applied.
it. I'm exporting.
Okay, why not? It's experimental, baby. I was gonna be like add like a minus 18 dB of reverb and keep the raw so that it's like I don't know. Again, I'm just thinking in terms of audio, and probably that's not how any of this works. I wonder if OTT does indeed produce deep fried memes. I wouldn't be surprised. It would probably just like again thinking in audio terms, it would just be like really low contrast because it takes the smallest data and boosts them and the biggest numbers and cuts them.
Yeah, we
But
corrupted
again,
the
I'm
file.
thinking audio.
We corrupted the file. Oh well.
Is the end result going to be a video? Yes, in theory, that's what's supposed to happen. I mean, this is a video. It's not a good video, but it is a video. You can see a bit of Leandro.
Yeah. Why is this happening though?
Yeah, it should be easier.
You tell me.
If we couldn't get this to work, we should make a video by spectral painting instead. We just put our faces in spectrally painted onto a spectrograph and then just screen capture that. There are online guides to repair corrupted videos with FFmpeg. Maybe it can add missing headers, etc. That's a really good idea, actually. We would do some repairing.
Yeah, now I want to try two things in this experiment. I will try to look at, it seems to me as like there is some video and then there is some audio kind of going here. So
Oh, that's and that's interesting.
I will try to mosh a frame. Well, then it would be hard for us to see that that frame was moshed. I
'Cause
will
it
try
would
to
be
get rid of
one
the audio.
frame, eh?
Because the problem I am imagining may be happening here is that we are mangling audio and video because as we learned, AVI stands for audio and
Yeah.
video interlaced, and we can sort of see what's audio and what's video and when you zoom in. So we can sort of, for instance, here probably no one was speaking, but there was some video on the screen, so we see some gaps. So perhaps I will try to tease out the video from this audio and then mosh that. So how do I do that with FFmpeg? I don't know. I will do it with QuickTime because I know how to do that. Or
John says if you did iframe, maybe B frames could be built separately. But how do you even tell which type of frame? You know?
We want an AN flag. Okay, I will take it. So take this and go to the terminal, go to my videos folder, FFmpeg. The input is this lovely file. The audio is none. And the output will be that, but AVI. And then open that with
Damn.
VLC and inspect and go to the codec details. And I only see one stream of data, which is a video. And it
Nice.
is AVI. Awesome. And it is still like functional. So let's try to mosh that.
Nice. Oh, you should read what Cowbliss said in the chat after you try this, because
Okay.
those seem like real high-end.
Now
Tech
let's
stuff.
inspect this visually and try and prove my point that this is no longer video and audio interlaced. Well, I can sort of still see some activity that seems to be different, but
See
that could be
some
just like
gaps.
the black on the screen. So this
What
lines,
if we add a sine
like-
wave to the audio, like make it be a sine wave so we can identify it if it's there?
that would have been a nice idea. But I would just get the chunk in the middle and mosh it. And this time I will do the phaser. I will do the pulse stretch.
Yeah.
I'll do the pulse stretch.
Okay.
Stretch factor dash time resolution. Will that make the file longer? Yeah, it does make the file longer. I don't think that's the way to go, because the headers in the AVI will not know about the new length. I will not.
Wait, can't you Command and Z?
Probably, but I don't trust Audacity to do that correctly. I mean, and now I have 3 instances of Audacity, and they're all jumping. Like, they're super excited to see us.
This is what you mean by jumping around. They're like, hey, listen to me, look at me.
And A-Law, and all of that looks good to me. Get the chunk in the middle. Oh, Audacity
I think this time we should also then try to repair the AVI file with what Cowbliss is saying, and then see what that does. Damn, at this point we could have shot a video and and all of that.
But what's the fun in that?
Yeah.
Raw
This
data.
is experimental, baby.
Okay. We are doing this. We are doing this. Effect, not post stretch. Echo again. Apply. Good. And then export audio. This settings. Moshed AVI. Huh. Oh well.
You want to try the repairing thing? Like, read the chat and that looked a little moshy.
No dice. Okay.
In the bottom.
To see the chat, I guess I would do it on
Once
my
you figure
phone.
out the method, show it step by step and cut that into a video. Yeah, if I figure this out, I'm doing a tutorial for sure.
I'm gonna read the comment on my phone as to not interfere with the rest of the streaming setup. And you're telling me to read a comment that includes an FFmpeg command line to check for the corruption in the TS, but we are not using that format, but still okay. Okay, I will do it. Terminal. Videos. FFmpeg. The input file is this that has been moshed. And then you're telling me to map ignore unknown.
Yo, in the meantime, I just invented a new instrument. You want to hear it?
Copy unknown.
Does anybody hear that? It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's to fix. Oh, I'm mixing the commands. God damn it. Maybe I should have opened the thing on the computer so I would be able to copy and paste. They didn't do that. So v error f null dash, and then you're redirecting the all the output to corruptions log, and then I will open corruptions log. Error
Whoa.
at MB. Cool. And perhaps even this encoding could be different. We could play around with that too. But that was not a long output. We didn't have to output it to a file. Anyway, let's try the command to fix. So that's that. And then map and ignore unknown. And
Look at
copy.
Bo networking in there. Such a networker, Bo. I like that you're the PR of this channel. You got Justin on here. All of that.
Unrecognized option
You're my
map.
fave.
Do you not put 2 dashes when you're dealing with FFmpeg? That could be the case. Stream map. Ignore unknown matches no streams. To ignore this, add a trailing blah to the map. Oh, come on. This is not what you wrote. It is what you wrote. Oh, well. I think that map is trying to map a stream on the source into a stream in the output, and then it's trying to interpret this as a stream name. That's probably not the command that we want to run. Do you want to search for ffmpeg, like restore file or something? I don't know if I trust these fellows.
What's the site? Stellarinfo.com.
Well, one thing we could try is just run the video through ffmpeg, and hopefully it will notice any corruption and try to fix it for us. So that's what we're gonna try now. This is the
Sounds
input,
like a plan.
and I would just ffmpeg this. Okay, the video went in and came out, and it did find the errors.
Okay.
So that
Nice.
is something. Did you try to do something about the errors? Maybe. It did something.
Hey,
It marshed.
did something.
The video became a lot shorter,
So it's
but it marshed.
yeah. What
So-
I find very interesting is that it's like we were thinking we're doing something to each frame or to a number of frames in the video, but it's actually like a strip that we're doing stuff to. Doesn't it feel like that to you?
I see what you mean. Right. I see what you mean. Yeah. So we are marshing something. So the recipe is you do a screen recording, you use ffmpeg to convert from whatever format you have into AVI while stripping away the audio. Then you run stuff through Audacity. Then you run through ffmpeg again to fix whatever Audacity introduced. And then you have some AVI that actually works. Oh, it also becomes a lot smaller on the way. That's interesting.
Well, so maybe what the old FFmpeg did was like it went to the corrupt part and then it was like corrupt and it just stopped the video.
I see what you mean. But don't we have some frames from the end of the video here?
Well, we did a range, right? So maybe it found the corruption in the middle.
Yeah,
and
no,
it
it's
cut
jumping.
It out.
It is jumping. At one point, it was showing both our faces. That's not how the video started. It showed a little bit of the beginning when I was hitting start recording, and then it showed a little bit in the middle. So it is not just truncating the file when it sees something it doesn't like. It is mangling with the file in the middle. So with that, let's do pulse stretch, because then we have something longer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to claim that this is junk. I'm going to get rid of it, but we will try Audacity close. No. Open. Videos AVI. What? No. Okay.
You dragged and dropped.
I did.
It's like if you have the feature Audacity, why not let us drag and drop and then decide to do it as raw data? I don't understand. Try only affecting those small bits in the middle of larger ones in the audio file, like the lower volume bits. Yeah, that's an idea. We can even use like a gate or something, invert the gate.
Can I just try pulse stretch? Do you mind?
Sure, yeah, try it.
Here it is. Okay. And export audio.
I wonder if like DaVinci or something like that, if they have some data moshing like effects. Maybe it's not like exactly done by what we're doing, but
It seems
well,
like it's
that's
just
a
skipped over.
surprising result.
It skipped
Yeah,
over the
it was
part
just like,
where I
that
moshed.
sounds like, yeah.
But this is the FFmpeg version. What does the straight out of the oven version look like?
Straight out of Compton.
Play as is. No.
Oh,
Build index and play. Okay. It's fixing the AVI for us. Nice.
let's see.
I don't trust
Let's
that
see
this
what
is
you
going to do us any good.
VLC.
I don't think it's going to work.
No. Yeah, maybe you can programmatically select those and screw with them. Yeah, especially if Audacity does like real-time effects, we can like make a duplicate, gate, reverse gate, set a threshold. Then
Do you
on
want
the
to try? Do you want
reverse
to try?
gate after them.
If nothing comes out of this, do you want to try some moshing on the command line using computer programs to do stuff for us?
Oh, hell yeah. That sounds
All right.
awesome.
All right, we can try that. Yeah, I'm going to
enter
claim
the
that this is not going to
matrix.
do its thing, but I'm going to leave it running on the background while
Because
we...
look at us, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it running on the background, and we will bust open the good old text editor, shall we?
Oh, Bo, I was about to tell Leandro to do that, but he was too fast.
Oh, watch.
He hit okay. He was gonna be like with pulse stretch, don't, because pulse stretch, like the time resolution factor, you can keep as 1, and it'll preserve the length. But at this point, I don't think that'll work either. I don't think the length was the issue. Like whatever pulse stretch is doing to like de-interleaves the audio and visual data, and then it just feels kind of corrupted and weird.
Fun stuff. All right. So here we are. We are gonna use JavaScript for this one because it is the language that
Yeah.
I tend to use for this kinds of playing around.
Now we're talking.
Let's import file system from node fs promises, and then
Yeah.
the video is going to be wait fs read file, and here we put the moshed file. No, the not moshed file, the AVI. No, I just want to drop the file name. Yeah, that. Thanks. And then this is going to be. Let's interact with this. I will write a line
Also,
here.
I mean, you're already in the year 3022, but we should also maybe have a go at making like video processors that do some moshing. Take a frame. Though I think video processor can like affect the frame, but can it like, does it have like a buffer to like preserve a previous frame and show it in a later frame? Does it do stuff like that?
No, if you wanted to do something like that, I think that you would need to store the image elsewhere, like in global memory or something. And I don't know how well that would work. Perhaps it would
With,
be easier
video
if you just
processing.
had 2 video items and you offset them by 1 pixel. By 1 frame. And then in a video processor above that, you would have access to the 2 children. Perhaps that would be easier. But that's kind of hack. But anyway, here we have in the video variable a stream of bytes that we can play with. So we can do stuff like write that stream of bytes to a file and see if we messed something along the way. So I will
Cool.
fs write file, and the file name will be the same, but... Oh, I got the moshed one. God damn it. I got the moshed one. And I will dump Audacity. I will also dump. Oh, VLC finished. Can you play the file? No,
Nah.
do not play. And I'm gonna find this and get rid of that. And then I
Oh
have,
yeah, you do have glitch processors in your video processor pack. That's right.
and I'm gonna try to write the file. Invalid argument type. Oh, I forgot to pass the file, didn't I? Video.
But John, do those like kind of corrupt frames as they come in, like in a random way, or do they actually like carry over like data from one frame to the next and stuff like that?
Okay, so the round trip works well. We were able to get in and out of JavaScript without corrupting the file. Good for us.
Nice.
Now let's try and do something. We have a video variable here that is a stream of this many bytes. It's not a
Okay.
stream. I said the word stream. It's not a stream. It's a buffer. The word stream
Okay.
means something in JavaScript. It's a buffer, especially in Node.js. But yeah, it's a buffer with 2 million numbers. So we can ask for any number in there, I think. We can. For instance, this is the 101st number
100.
in there. So we can just change numbers arbitrarily. How about we do the following? We take
This is great television right here. Are you not entertained? This is
4.
finally where I wanted this stream to go.
So we have this big number here, but we want to avoid the beginning and the end. So I will take that big number there, and I will try and avoid the beginning and the end. And I is a terrible variable name, or frame index. That's a better name. So I'm going to start at, if this is 2 million, I'm going to start at 100,000.
Yeah,
And I'm going to
sounds
end
right.
not at 2 million, I'm going to end at 1 million and 500,000. That's more than enough
Wait,
space
these
for any others.
underlines are required, or are
They
you
are-
just doing that for your own?
They are optional. They are like
Okay.
the commas when writing the number down
Right,
in the
right,
US. But I'm putting them here
Right.
because I want to be able to parse the numbers more easily. So that is
Cool.
the frame index, and then I can go into the video at the frame index, and we can do something simple. These numbers are going to be bytes, so they're going to be numbers between 0 and
F?
2 to the power of 8, which is 256. So what if we just subtract a number like 100? I suppose that this is going to decrease the brightness.
Right.
Let's try this.
Let's give it a go. You know what? What should we do next?
Oh, we corrupted the file.
Oh damn! I was gonna say, you know, like how low pass filter is like two samples divided. Like take each of these two samples and divide them with each other, but hey, it corrupted the thing. Maybe at the end, because we had like 1,500,000 or something bytes. Maybe we didn't take off enough from the end. Oh no, we had like 2 million.
Yeah.
And you gave it a lot of.
You know what I want to
Give it a
do? I
lot
want
of
to try
leeway.
the BMP because that worked for us first.
Okay.
So instead of
Yeah.
video, we now have an image. Instead of that, we now have this. And
Negative numbers will not loop back by itself. Oh, that's true. We should whatchamacallit.
oh, fair point.
Like instead of subtracting, we can divide.
No, we can also just take the math maximum between 0 and
256.
No, I'm still subtracting 100, but this time I'm truncating the number so it cannot go negative.
Okay. Let's give it a go. I guess you gotta change that to video.
No, it's just a
or
variable
you're just
name.
doing image. Yeah. Oh, but you're opening the AVI. Shouldn't you be opening the BMP?
No, I didn't do that to the BMP. I did that to the video
Ah.
because I thought that could be the problem. But no. So now I will do the BMP.
Sad.
I will get rid of that moshed version and I will mosh it again. But perhaps instead of having fixed numbers, how about we start, well, this number can be fixed, but how about we start at image length minus, and this is independent of the file size. But just to be sure, I want to check what's the size of this. What's the image length? Yeah, it's even bigger, I guess, or
Wow.
it's in the millions.
Crazy.
Yeah, the file size was indicative of that. The file size of the AVI file is 2.3 megs, and this is 17. It's actually bigger.
Damn.
Yeah, 17
2.3.
million checks out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
17 million. So now all we gotta do is run the good old file. And what happened? Do we have a moshed file? We do. And this time it is doing what I was
made
expecting.
it darker.
It made it darker.
Yeah.
Let's make it brighter. Where is my visa?
Let's high pass it. Or sorry, low pass it.
That's more difficult, Arya.
I know.
Hang on.
As I said it,
Hang on, that's more difficult. But we'll take the minimum between 255.
that has to go in the end, right? Like
Watch.
image frame in because the range should be from image frame index plus 100 to 255, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's going to be the minimum between 255 and that. So we're going to add 100, making everything brighter. And if we saturate, then we clip at 255.
Oh, but it's okay to put the top of your range first?
It's fine. It's going to take the minimum between the two values, no matter in which order they appear.
Oh, no matter which order. Okay, gotcha.
So we can make it brighter. Check
There we
this
go.
out. And it's interesting that we are skipping a whole lot in the beginning and the end, but it's still affecting the whole image. Gotta love that. So now you are telling me you want me to high pass. Can I low pass?
I actually meant low pass when I said high pass.
Okay, because low pass is relatively more straightforward. I just add
Divide.
this. And then take the result and divide by 2. Taking the average between... And it seems like this is saying frame index. It's not. It's just the byte. It's the image byte
Right.
index. And it's not even averaging 2 pixels. It's averaging 2 bytes in a row. What does that look like? I said I was going to turn this into a coding stream, and I did, I guess. It's red.
Oh, geez. It made it all like old school.
It's red.
Very
That's
dope.
how Instagram does its filters.
Yeah.
What if we multiply?
That looks cool. That's like style. Yeah.
I turned it into a coding stream. I cannot help myself. Oh, look at that.
Now we're talking. Oh, that looks actually pretty
that's
awesome.
it, baby. Now you're showing your face.
Yeah.
And what's the funniest thing to me is that, oh, we are multiplying, so we are fine. And what if we divide? What if-
This is. So now here's my question for you, Leandro.
Oh, we
Now
got a
that you're
division by 0,
coding-
didn't I? That's okay.
Now that we're coding, could we say take a video and then like each frame of the video is an image. So then loop through each frame of the video as I guess you still need to know like where the frames begin, right?
Yeah, that's the difficulty in
That's
the thing. I would need to parse the video to do this. Which I guess
This
probably
is-
there is a library in JavaScript to do that. You could check that out.
This is really similar to when you do like a multiply or divide masking in video or image editors.
That's exactly
It's
what
not
we're
like
doing.
exactly like that.
No, I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
internally, that's
sick.
exactly what's happening.
Right. Sick.
I really like the multiplication. And if I don't divide
Multiply
by 2,
it by like pi or divide it by pi. I don't know, something.
if you multiply by a constant, if we multiply 2 frames, then we are... If we multiply 2 frames in a row, then we are making stuff crazy like that. But if we multiply by a constant, we are playing with the contrast. I will show you.
Okay. Right, because yeah, that makes sense, right? It's the like contrast is like gain-ish.
Oh, except that I left the thing wrap around. So it's really contrasty.
Oh, that looks kind of good though.
But we could... And it is nice that it only affected your face.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, and the
reasons.
bass behind me. What up with that? What is up?
Let's clip the thing. No, not the maximum,
Nice.
the minimum. Like so. So now we are truncating the thing to make sure that it is between 0 and 255. Right? Are we?
I'm excited. Yeah.
Yes, we are. What does that look like?
Data is sexy.
Yeah, so now it is playing with the contrast.
That's
See,
kinda-
it's blowing up parts of your face. I kind of preferred without the safety.
Yeah, it's experimental for sure.
To prove my point, I'm going to make the contrast even bigger.
What
Or
if we don't
are we
have the
play-
safety,
Are we playing with the
but we
contrast or with the
modulo it so it
brightness?
wraps around?
No, yeah, I'm trying to get this straight. If I add, I am playing with the brightness. If I multiply by a constant, I'm playing with the contrast. And if I multiply by another byte, I am just mangling data. There is no meaningful notion, I don't think, because I'm not even interpreting this as pixels. I'm interpreting this as bytes. Right.
I have another idea.
Yes.
So instead of having safeties between 0 and 255, we take the result and we modulo it by 255 so that if something goes above 255, it wraps back under.
Now we are talking. And do you want to multiply by a constant or do you want to multiply by another frame? Let's start with constant.
Another frame kind of sound. Okay, yeah.
And I will be lame and put parentheses because I don't know the order of precedence between these two operators.
Probably multiplication happens first before modulo, no? I would guess.
Ah, check this out.
Hey, all right. Mushy. Oh, what about you can just take the bytes and reverse them, right? And then the image, will
Absolutely.
it be flipped?
Absolutely. So this is how we do it. We take, I think that we
So it
take
does
the
loop
image
back, yeah.
length minus that byte index. I think that that's how we do it. And then it looks like so. It's
Hell
really
yeah.
moshing.
And it's like there's a midpoint in the center and it's cut so you can see like the bottom of the base is there.
Yeah.
That's sick.
You had some other idea that I forget. But multiplying by another frame, yes. Let's multiply the start of the thing by the end of it.
Sure.
Why am I copy and pasting? I should be doing just this. Oh, look at what we got.
Oh, sad.
Why is that,
Psychedelic
though?
as fuck. Yeah, this is like a King Gizzard.
If we
Wizard
don't
lizard.
modulo, we were not taking the modulo before, and that was sort of working. Yeah, that's breaking it. Why is that?
Something broke. Image length, time.
Oh. Oh,
Look at me pretending
no,
like
no.
I can find the mistake.
I know the mistake. I'm taking the same byte every time. Shouldn't be doing that. I should be doing this.
There we go. There we go. Huh?
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, very nice.
So another
You
thing
know, we kept overwriting this file, but we could have just kept all these images and
we are about to do something
and did
related to
something.
that, my friend, because we are about to take the
Nice.
image and we are going to take another for loop, and this is going to be our frame, and that's for real this time. How many frames will we have? Let's say that we'll have like 100. And then we will loop this whole thing, but naturally...
Thanks, Cowbless, for being here and for your backseat moshing. No, that's what we needed. This is a learning stream, and we got somewhere. So thank you for being here.
So do you see what I'm doing here? I'm creating a loop around the whole thing. So now we will be moshing 100 times, and we will be generating 100 files. Now I want to be able to get rid of all 100 files easily. So I will create a folder called Moshed, and I will fs make dir moshed recursive.
And then I'm sure it's easy to get a GIF out of 100 pictures.
Yes,
in a row.
That's what we are going to do. Do I have everything? Yes. Let's start with something simpler than this, because this is moshing the thing so much that we will not be able to see the progress. But let's mosh by, for instance, taking this and adding a constant, but a very small one, because we want to see the progress of this. So maybe 1.
Fun.
And no protection.
And no safety?
No safety.
Okay.
Oh no, assignment to a constant. Silly Leandro. Okay, it's taking a bit longer now, but it is generating 100 files under the Mosh folder. And it generated 100 files. Now let's see.
They're all 17 megabytes too.
It is just making the image brighter.
And
then it starts to degrade. Because we have no safety, so we can overflow.
Yeah.
And then it degrades real good. Nice.
Nice, nice, nice.
And the way I set this up, it is moshing not the original image over and over. It's moshing the result of the previous mosh. So
yeah,
we can mosh the already moshed moshers. Let's multiply by a constant and play with the brightness. And it's going to overwrite these files.
Is there something we could do about the file size? It'll probably make it like faster.
Oh, look at that.
After 9, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense too, right? With like
obliterated.
any type of signal. Yeah.
Oh, and I guess the first should not be moshed. So I will write to the file here.
Oh, you know what we should do? Since we're looping, let's see. Sorry, give me 1 second to express this idea. Okay. We can add we can add the 223 as our constant, then modulo it by 255 so that each time it like loops around, it kind of lands at a different place. So it'll be a progressive change, but it would remain within. color.
Sorry, you will have to repeat that more slowly because I am playing around
Okay.
with a different number. Instead of moshing so fast, I'm now starting with the original frame every time. That's moshed 0,
Okay.
so we can see stuff. And then look at this.
That looks great.
Oh, it's so nice. And I guess it will eventually turn into complete darkness. Fine. Okay, so you were saying something. Can you say that again, please?
So add 227 and then modulo by 255.
I'm pretty sure that if I don't put parentheses, this would have happened first. I wish I could preview these images better.
It's kind of fun.
It is, and it's never gonna
But
run
the
out.
previous version was good, yeah.
You know what's crazy? You know what's really, really crazy? We are taking modulo, so it means that if we are lucky, it could be cyclic. It could demosh back. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Right. Well, so the reason I choose 227 is because it's the closest prime number to 255, so that doesn't happen. But say we were to like add a constant like something divisible by 5, you run through enough iterations that will happen. You will get a demoshed image, right?
Well, the way that we are doing this by multiplying and everything, I don't think so. But if we just add, then I think that that would be
Yeah.
the case. I think that the
If you, like,
multiplication may break this notion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is cyclic.
Oh, it kind of repaired itself. Nice. It's kind of super cyan in one of the frames. Do you see that frame? Yeah, that one.
This one.
Yeah, and
It was frame 17, wasn't it? No, it was not.
ooh, my base looks so good when it's black.
I'm pretty sure that FFmpeg can turn images into video. How to create a
Ooh,
video from images
baby.
using FFmpeg. Yeah, exactly. Pattern
Sick.
type glob, normal frame rate, pattern type glob, image, and then you give it a bunch of images, and then you give it some incantations, and a video comes out. So all we gotta do is go to our
That's
program,
awesome.
and we can do this here on the terminal, but I will bring it up so you can see it. And well, I guess let's compose the command line first. Frame rate, 30
Oh,
frames
that's a
per
nice
second.
idea too. Shifting pixels. So we just take the bytes in the index and we move them around.
Nice idea.
That was John.
And this is taking the codec for the video. It's going to use libx 264. The pixel format is dash. That's a setting in OBS. You probably recognize this.
Yeah.
And under the
I now
advanced
know some
steps.
stuff about this from work. 420p sounds experimental.
Oh, what's the name of the
Straight
folder again?
tapping into the matrix.
It is moshed. And here, moshed. That. Okay, it didn't swear back at us. It is trying to do
Nice.
something. and it's consuming the
How's
frames,
it
all right.
deciding on its own frames per second value?
No, I
Like,
I
did we
told it
tell
so.
it?
Yeah, I told it so here.
Oh, frame rate 30. Okay, gotcha.
And then we open.
Open sesame. Here we go.
Moshed MP4. We did this together, Arya,
Nice.
using code.
This is, I mean, you really did it. I watched.
Oh, that's
This
amazing.
is, yeah. This definitely is better and easier than Audacity, I'll tell you that much.
It is nicer. The feedback is faster.
Yeah.
Um,
So what we should do is hold the phone. We got 60 seconds, and we gotta generate 1,800 frames, and we got a music video, baby.
yes. And perhaps not if it's something that isn't cyclic, and perhaps something that it moves a bit slower,
Yeah.
like one of those flip books kind of thing. So let's do like
Yeah.
15, maybe 10.
18, 15, nice.
Yeah. And I'm trying to be fancy here, though I don't think I should be, but I'll be honest, I don't remember how child process works in Node.js, but hey, I can always npm. I guess I will do some bookkeeping real quick here. Let's take the dash.
Can you do this sort of effect in Reaper, though? Well, there's very few things you can do to an image in Reaper is the issue, too. Like, you just got to use a video processor item, right? Like, can you do audio stuff? I guess you can make a video processor item listen to audio, but can it then draw that over a picture? It can, right, Leandro?
Yeah, the way that a video processor can access audio is you have to have a JS effects in an audio track or item, sending to global memory, and the video processor reads from global memory. So the communication channel is global memory. With that in mind, you could access pixels in global access pixels in the video processor, put them in the global memory, and have JS effects read that for you. Apply some effects and have another video processor capture the result of that. And then you could do data moshing in Reaper, I suppose. I think that should be possible.
That would be sick. We should make this a project.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
also, yeah, let's try the shift pixelation thing too. I mean, also, like, whatever we do, we shouldn't take a single image and generate all like 1,800 or now 900 frames out of it. We should use a few ideas. Your face, my face, maybe a cramped EQ, you know, things of that nature. Toss in a little bit of the code. Mosh the code with the code we use to mosh the code.
I'm doing
I
all
mean,
of...
if you're not having fun at... Sorry, go.
No, I'm saying that I'm doing all of this that you're seeing, this bookkeeping, because then we will have a single program that we can just run and we will get a video out.
A video. Yeah, that's the dream, huh? You know, it's a bit, I guess it's like real life languages where I feel like when you're doing stuff, I understand almost everything, but of course I can't write it. Kind of like, you know, there's a point where you like understand the language, but you won't be able to produce the sentences.
Absolutely.
But it's like, it's beginning to make sense. He's beginning to believe.
I think I did everything I wanted. So now if I remove this directory and this is no longer necessary. And if I now run this, we wait a little bit and we get a video on the other end.
Sick.
Mosh.mp4. It is starting to be
Holy.
there. FFmpeg is still running because FFmpeg takes a little while to compile all the files. It's a very large image, it turns out.
Yes, Synchrotron. It's all coming out of a single image right now. So you can run this code a few times and then merge the videos together, which is kind of something we should do. Super Cyan back, Super Cyan back. Oh, but we should do something so that this is not cyclical.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I will, however, decrease the number of frames momentarily because experimenting with this in such a high number of frames is too slow.
Yeah.
And we could try and make this image smaller, but I think that ship has sailed. Let's do some other formulas here. Someone said I forget, you had the idea as I was playing around with the bookkeeping.
Shifting pixels. Moving the index. That's easy.
Shifting the pixels, we will do 10,000 pixels. And let's also multiply by
Sure.
the current pixel. Why not?
Yeah.
We learned before that multiplication was the way to go, except that it would lead to overflows, but we are taking care of that too.
Moduloing. Nice. How do you know when the file's ready?
Because the command line gives me a prompt. See how I don't have a prompt? A prompt is this line, right? So I don't have a prompt right now. The program is still running. When the program finishes, it will give me a prompt.
Gotcha.
Oh, there was another issue, actually. All the files were still there. I didn't clean the files. So FFmpeg is still doing the long work. I will actually perhaps delete stuff in the beginning. So await fs moshed. No, moshed. rm moshed cursive true force true, and same for mosh mp4.
Oh yeah, combine images would be nice. In fact, John, instead of randomly picking a pixel, maybe like picking a square, so that it's still like somewhat like that, like the image you made where you I think you just were using cutting and pasting. Because one pixel shifting will ultimately just kind of look like a blur, no? Like a Gaussian. Isn't that what they do?
Okay, I did not
or
hear...
smudging, I should say.
I did not hear what you were saying because I was making the script faster.
Oh, I was mostly responding to the chat. There are some ideas we can try. We got a music video, baby. By the way, 50 Cent, Taylor Swift, we're available for hire for your next 50 Cent. Wow, this guy's current.
We have black.
What? Thanks. Actually, last time we combined frames, this happened, but why?
I don't know.
What if we decrease the 10,000 to like 10 only or something?
Let's do this, which we know
Sure.
how it will turn out.
Mm-hmm.
I think we know.
Kind of an RMS thing, yeah. Oh.
Changes color.
Pretty nice, pretty nice.
But why? Wasn't this supposed to be a low-pass filter?
No, but you added, you didn't divide.
No,
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're essentially dividing by 2. Interest. Well, last time it made it a sepia, but then you're taking that sepia and sepiaing it, right?
Correct.
So you're low passing the low pass and low passing that low pass. So apparently in colors, this is what happens.
Yeah, well, I guess the thing to remember is that we are playing with bytes, not pixels. We are playing with bytes, not pixels. I have to keep reminding myself that because the results are not intuitive. I'm not adding pixels. I'm adding bytes.
Bye, John. I'll read your Discord message ASAP. Yeah, so but the bytes that we're using, right? Like they should correspond to pixels, right? Because they're too small to correspond to a whole frame of image, I would assume.
I think perhaps the problem is that since we are iterating on this, we are getting out of bounds too fast. So how about we multiply 2 pixels, all right, but we put in the safety again.
Yeah. But also putting the safety like this, it feels like it gets kind of stuck near the top or the bottom and stays there, whereas modulo kind of wraps around. So I like the result of the modulo more than
Fair point.
the like clipper safety.
Weird. Isn't that the same video?
It felt like the same video.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Ooh, that kind of became constellations in one point.
And you're telling me that you prefer, and I think I agree.
Nice.
And we learned that QuickTime needs a good old reload. And we are not using this terminal. And we are not using VLC. Nope. Still going too fast. If we want this to be slower, then we can... What can we do to make this slower? Perhaps we can take this change and scale it. Like so. Or maybe
Ooh.
that's too much.
Well, I guess you slow it down 10 times and see.
Oh,
where
and
we
also
end up.
this number was supposed to be an integer.
Oh.
The more complicated the formula gets, the slower it is.
Right.
Though I think that FFmpeg may be the biggest culprit here. It may be the slowest part. Noisy.
It felt slower for sure. Like it didn't have time to get full on darkness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But let's
Also,
try and make
I mean,
it slower.
we may
soon.
as well also reduce the size of our original image, no? Because why is BMP? Because the quality isn't that high. So why is BMP so heavy?
Yeah, that should
Ow,
help.
I just moved my neck and wrecked my neck. Take care of your posture, ladies and gentlemen. Because one day you'll reach up to change a light bulb and then,
It will be
You're
the end of
fucked.
you.
yeah.
We can.
What's
Here's-
dbeaver?
dbeaver is a program that opens databases and shows you like the schema, shows you the tables, columns, and rows, and you can interact with the database. You can inspect the database. It's really good, and it's free. I really like it.
Nah. Oh, BMP is uncompressed. Gotcha.
Okay, I cleaned everything that I wanted to clean. I will even clean this. And now we need to find a good source. Now, let's go to the video again. And go to my face this time.
Yeah.
And I will take a moment to find that screenshot. And let's make this
What would
file.
happen if you just do it to a PNG? Like, do we know that it won't work?
Well, now we have to try.
Let's try it.
All we gotta do is come here, change BMP into PNG, and give it a spin. Oh, it failed.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
That's
FFmpeg didn't
why.
like it. Conversion failed.
Okay.
Short message. Command failed with exit code 69. Hey.
Hey.
Conversion failed. Yeah, it didn't recognize that as PNG, but we produced PNGs. But
Oh,
they
but
are all
are they all
corrupt.
the same? Oh,
They're all corrupt.
okay. They just kind of the top of your head. Nice.
Yeah. Probably right at byte 100,000. Right at that point, it corrupted.
Oh, it didn't even have, yeah.
What does it look like in preview? Not that. Oh, I deleted
Bo
the
was
folder.
also saying we should try combining two images.
Yes, I will trust you to keep track of all the ideas, Arya, because I'm
Yeah.
dying here.
Are you into the old machine learning stuff, Leandro?
I know some of it from university mostly.
Seems like a lot of fun.
I played around a bit with the libraries, the tools. There are some even in JavaScript. They're really good. And I watched the Coding Train channel that also touches on that. No.
Oh, what a subtle change.
Yeah.
It was just like choo choo. Why did that happen?
Because I changed this number
Oh,
to
because
super small.
very dry. Well, I guess if you're making the number too small, you have to generate more frames to compensate, right? Because you're not generating a whole ton of frames. You're generating like 6.5 seconds of audio, I'm assuming. 15 frames per second, 100 frames. 6.66. Am I doing the math right? I think I am. Ooh, whoa, that's kind of demonic. That's nice.
It is,
That's
isn't
pretty
it?
awesome. Yeah, that's pretty damn like horror.
And because we are using
Style.
modulo, it actually wrapped back. And then we see a jump.
Yeah, it wraps back to your, yeah.
It is almost
That's a really
clean
cool
at some
effect.
point. It's not quite, but almost clean.
Yeah, it almost wraps back to cleanliness. I like that it starts like normal, but it's just one frame.
So I think we are in the right area. We are right about
Yeah.
finding the thing. Let's make it a bit slower.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, god damn it. I have to close because it doesn't know how to pick up a new file. Okay. No, it's still wrapping.
Is it wrapping or is it? Oh, okay, yeah, it is. Because I guess those parts that are affected, they get to like 255 and they wrap.
You know, it seems to me the images themselves are not wrapping. FFmpeg is wrapping. Maybe the invocation is doing something that we don't want.
Frame rate, pattern type.
Nothing stands out to me.
Is it like looking for more frames than is available to it, so it goes back to the top? You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. I don't know. QuickTime. You should pick up files as they change. And then the number is too small again. I'll take it.
Nice.
Whatever, we can just crop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now I want more of this. I want more. I like it. I want more of it.
Yeah, I really like this effect. It really...
20 frames is not enough. I want 200.
And maybe it won't wrap this time.
We can see JavaScript struggling. Oh no, I have to do too much. It's too much. Don't do
Probably
video.
if you're not streaming too.
No, don't do
it'll
video
be,
processing in
like, hella
JavaScript. Guess that's the longer shortcut. It's not a language for it. But it did
What
it
would be
anyhow.
a language for it?
If you want to do it hardcore, C++. Oh no.
Whoa. Yeah, that kind of broke it.
FFmpeg doesn't seem
It
to be
kind of
doing us
like
any
feels
favors.
like you're made from neon lights and
There are some moments.
It's lovely, yeah. Like it's very unpredictable, which is kind of part of the fun. It's like a cosmic kind of radiation thing on your forehead happening. It's a bit like the cover art for Redbone.
But I don't think...
But is the same thing happening? Look how linear this is.
Yeah.
Or like
FFmpeg
linear
is
is not the right word,
producing a
but-
video from this. It is not.
It's doing some stuff on its own, yeah.
I am now going
This
to
is
second
really
guess
like-
I'm going to second guess the FFmpeg invocation. Let's do another quick search online for FFmpeg images into video, and this time we will take the second result. And we will
What
get
if we also just make a video from like 3 frames that are very different that we know about and see what happens, you know?
yeah. Okay. To take a list of images that are padded with zeros? No. Use the following command. Okay, I will. I will keep this one though, because you never know. And the command will be ffmpeg, and the arguments will be R. To me, that sounds like a frame rate. I'm gonna go with 10. F, to me, that seems like format. I will go with image 2. S, to me, that sounds like the resolution. I will not touch that. Input, that to me sounds like the inputs. So I will take moshed star.bmp v codec. That's similar. CRF. What would that be?
And constant. Fuck, I knew this one. No, I think I'm thinking of CFR, right?
We ended up with something similar, but not quite.
Quite
the
similar, but I don't think we had a CRF before, right?
I don't think we had the CRF, and this.
We had
Oh, it's the
minus
same. It's the same.
C colon V.
Yeah, but the pattern type we don't have. So let's give this a spin.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, I will go to this one.
Also, here's another question I got for you. Before, when we would generate the image and then in a separate script put them together, didn't it work? Or I guess we don't really know because we were doing random stuff.
Oh, no. Could not
False,
file
false.
with path and index in the range 0 to 4. No such file or directory. But such files and directories are there. Oh, you know what it could be? Let me list the files and put them in a column using this blob. See how the numbers are wrong? That hence the zero padding. So when we are writing the
Very
files,
nice.
let's write
You gotta
this
pad it.
left. No, it's pad stars. What is it? Oh, this is a number. Let's convert this into a string. Pad stars.
Give me
Max.
2 secs.
Okay. How are you all doing today? Is this your first time data moshing on the command line? If so, what other formulas would you like to try? We are not limited to just effects that come with Audacity. Oh, that's more like it. It was the file names. Oh, that's so cool.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, it was the file names. I had to pad the starts of the file name. So now it looks like
Nice.
this.
And
Yeah.
even though even though it's only 10 frames per second, it feels very fluid and nice. It feels quite like nice.
I want to degrade this more slow. Oh, so yeah, the command line that I'm using is the original one, and I just fixed the file name. And now let's go a bit slower. Whoops.
One more zero, I think you needed, no?
No, if I turn a 5 into a 1, I'm going 1/5 of the speed, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we worked out some kinks, synchrotron. Well, I use the term we very loosely here. Leandro fixed the whole thing.
And 200 frames is too much. Look at my eyes.
Yeah, that looks so like...
If you gotta show your face, it has
Wilson.
to be like this.
Yeah. Whoa, and then you're getting a little red.
I like it. Let's go back to something in between, 50, and this number being something in between, I guess. And then it should be faster to generate. It was faster.
So nice.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Do you want to play with other formulas? Do we want to play with other images?
I think you should keep this one that we generated.
Yeah, I think I
and then
preferred.
generate a few more chunks of 50 frames and then assemble the video.
I think I preferred the 0.5 version, and let's do more frames of that to really corrupt that one, and then I will save it.
You're a team. That looks amazing. That looks proper horror movie style. Love it.
And it goes so well with your vocal performance.
Yeah.
So we are going to save the script, the folder, the file, and the original. And we are going to pack all that into Leandro. Now we are going to take this script out and start playing around with it for the next time, with a new image, which will be your face.
Sure. And then Bo wanted us to also mix two images together. I think that'll be fun too.
Yeah. Right. So for this, let's bring out I will call this like 0, and then let's have a folder with like 1 and merge, and then the script and the original will go in there. Let's find a frame of your face. That will do.
Yeah, I like that frame.
And
I keep my base in there. At least my baby.
I will.
It's-
I will.
18. No, it's 19. Oh.
Hang on. Thanks. So this is Leandro. Or I guess this is 1, this is 2. And we'll dive back into the command line. FFmpeg. Oh, we have to make this smaller so the files aren't so huge.
Oh, are you merging the two images to one and then applying the data moshing?
I will just set up the images and then we'll play around with them.
We're a team a bit like Wozniak and Jobs. Leandro does all the genius stuff. I just sit around and eat Mandarin.
So now we have 2 images we can play with. They are 2 long streams of data that we can play with. And we can do stuff like take stuff from image 1 and multiply by stuff from image 2.
Sick. Let's go for it.
I am doing
You know,
100
even what we
frames.
can do, we can take the last frame of our first data mosh. You know, instead of using the original Leandro, so that it's like somewhat seamless.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Whoa, get out of here. Get out. Leave. That looks
But
amazing.
It does, but now I want to reverse because I want you to be in focus on this image.
I think because around you is black frame too. A lot of stuff in multiplication.
Yeah, it will multiply
know what
by
I mean?
0. You are right.
Yeah. So if your frames, like, I mean, we can find a screenshot of you with, what do you got, a green screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Even green would be interesting.
Yeah. Do you want to see me in the real world? Is this going to
Sure.
break the stream?
Break the fourth wall.
This is what I look like in real life.
Ah. I'm going to get one of those because I'm tired of cleaning my room every time I need to shoot a video. Whoa. That's some Aphex Twin shit right there.
And the cool thing is, because of our ranges here, the bottom of the image was unaffected.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Because like the size of the images aren't the same, right?
Yeah. And the top of the image is also preserved. But that's some cool
I mean, what's
stuff.
happening
Great
is
idea, Bo.
cool, but I don't see the Leandro-ness. Like, I don't see the other frame. I see something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that what we are doing is sort of like the multiply blend in Photoshop. But we are doing
Yeah.
that very slowly. What happens if we go a bit faster on this one, since it
Let's
seems to be
try.
preserving the image relatively well?
We should do all the multiplications to tempo with our song.
In 11.4.
We can always stretch that in Reaper. Yeah, in 11.4. Yeah, exactly. Like multiply, divide, subtract. Sick. That looks like a little fiery, devilish kind of thing.
And I sort of see a cycle in there. Love it. Do you want
Yeah.
to do another one?
Sure. We're chugging along.
So this will be 2, whatever. Great idea, Bo. Great idea. And for this one, we will do something else, but we will combine the 2 images, or maybe 2 different images, so it doesn't get too boring. The
I
cramped
think we
filter.
should start bringing in the image of a cramped filter. Yeah, you read my mind.
I don't have one very
It's
easily.
EQ.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have an image already. I will have to cramp an EQ real quick.
Cramp that EQ.
Maybe I could spend a couple
Okay.
$100 and cramp my EQ in style. Low blow, Leandro.
Oh, you mean get a 32C? You can use the demo version. Remember the original
No,
Dan Worrell video every 2 seconds?
Copyright. No, not doing that.
Yeah, they can't copyright. I would say make the image bigger because Reaper resizes. Oh, you're gone.
Oh, no, I can do that again. I agree with you, and I think you have a good point there. No, don't do that.
I also noticed a quirk about re-EQ. If you upsample, it will stop cramping, but only if you close the effect and open it again.
No, what you have to do anytime you oversample a plugin, well, I guess perhaps closing it and reopen it helps. But in the documentation, they say that you have to... Hang on. I want this to be showing, and I'm going to hit play. See?
Ah. Nice. I mean, we should import a decramped image too later.
I will do that right now. And then we can data mosh the 2 images together. The cramped and decramped. Not that anyone will understand, because it will turn into
Can I
gibberish.
make one more suggestion too?
ahead.
Don't close it up.
I didn't.
Because right now it's a lot of black. If you run some audio through it, it will be a little less black.
I will run my voice.
Yeah.
And then we will see my voice. But really, I'm taking a screenshot. So it's not like we'll be able to see this movement, which would have been nice, but that's for another day. Is this good enough for you?
But we can always expand the blacks up. Yeah, it's fine.
And then, where did this go? Got a bunch of images, but not all of them. This is stuff that isn't really relevant. Yeah, this 3 can go. to video Mosh 3. No, 2, whatever. And then I guess this can be discarded. We have one with, oh no, this can be discarded. This and that.
Sure, sounds good. Doon 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 doon. Doon 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 doon. Do 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 do.
That is the Fratellis.
What is the Fratellis?
This riff.
It's whatchamacallit? It's Arctic Monkeys.
Okay, close enough. Same era.
Fluorescent Adolescence. Yeah. Hello to all, and to all hello. Hi, Knucklebutt. How you doing? Hey, we collabed together, right? How's your TikTok going? I don't go on TikTok anymore, but when I did, I was always watching your stuff. Too many social media, you know.
Let's just run the same on these new images.
Oh no, I did not see that tag. I'll go check it out. I just go on Instagram these days to watch videos of Iran, and then I pop out. But I'll go check that out. That sounds like fun. Ooh.
This is interesting, but
Look
I
at
think it would
that.
be more interesting to blend this with one of our faces. So that's what I'm going to do next.
Yeah. But we also got to get rid of the blacks because they're zeros, right?
Yes.
Nice.
I will do
Happy to hear that, Knuckle.
my face on this one, and I will keep both. Oh no, it moved. I wanted it to copy. Can you go back?
Did you hold command?
Yeah, I held the wrong modifier, but I fixed it. And then in terms of this, I will want to do my face instead of the decramped. And then to get rid of the zeros, how about we add a small bit of noise. Just this, a smudge of noise. I wonder what that looks like. Why are you taking so long? Oh, because I'm asking you to draw a fuck ton of random numbers. That's why you're being slow.
I guess, yeah. Ooh. Looks pretty nice.
It is flashy,
The
but I'm
the
not
blacks are still very black.
I'm not happy. Did the file
I've never been
reload
happy.
properly? I wonder. Yes. So that's not doing it.
Here's
for
my
me.
question. So when we multiply, we're going to get a lot of zeros. If we add, we're not going
That's-
to get zeros.
That's what I was thinking about. So we will
Nice.
add. We will take some multiplications and turn them into additions. Which we are adding a bit of noise there. We are adding a bit of. Oh, hang on. I think I know the mistake. I'm missing some parentheses, you all. I did not do what I thought I was trying to do. I am adding noise. I need parentheses there. And then multiply by the second image with a bit of noise. And perhaps surprisingly, the code is still syntactically correct.
Nice.
And I feel like this should be in parentheses as well, but Prettier doesn't like it. Okay.
Thanks, Knucklewood. My mind is blown too, if it makes you feel any better.
About what? I'm not reading the chat.
He's saying it. My mind is blown with the stuff you guys do. Yep, me too. This is really good stuff. Ooh.
It is getting noisier, but it's still not doing it for me. I think that
The
really,
blanks are still blank.
yeah, I think that really the what's gonna unlock all this is changing this,
Yeah.
because now we are adding one image to
To the
the
other.
other with a bunch of noise, and we are doing that. Yeah, that formula looks correct to me.
You should try subtract too.
Yeah, it's going to invert the image, so it's going to be that
Yeah.
scary effect. Yeah, good point. And this is art. This is pure art. I love the uselessness
Yeah.
of this.
Damn, it's still black though.
Yeah, it's
You
moving
know,
too
I
slowly.
feel like the way the images are combined, like it feels like still the top image is really dominant. Like the bottom image is like there's no like, you know, alpha layer, to just use terms that I understand. You know what I mean? So what can we do about that?
We could interpret certain colors as black, but we don't have access to colors. We have access to bytes.
Yeah. What if
Maybe BMP is a very simple format. That's why it works for the thing we are doing. So maybe BMP is storing the pixels in bytes, and I'm being silly. Now that's more Moshing.
Ooh. What did you do?
I changed the constant to move faster. But I think
Oh,
that
okay,
at some point
that's
my
pretty
face should emerge. I think that if we keep going
Right.
at this, we will get it. Because image 1 is the cramped filter, and image 2 is my face. Oh, but I'm always
So
bringing it.
eventually,
I'm always bringing it with a small factor.
yeah. So what if you also give a small factor, like a smaller factor to the EQ or to the cramped filter image?
No, hang on. This doesn't seem right. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that this was happening at the end, and it is. And well, another thing to be said is that I am not changing image 2, so what I'm adding here is a constant.
Uh-huh.
So what if we also play around with image 2? Well, I will do that in a moment, but I guess I am bringing in the image, but it's too dark.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't multiply by that, and also this +1 is meaningless since we're drawing from different images. So now I'm taking the images. I am adding a bit of noise. I'm adding them like so.
To each other.
Then I am adding the thing again. Well, that seems unnecessary. Just take the two images and this noise is also repetitious. It doesn't need to be there. That. Oh no. That.
Math floor is just taking the decimal off for us, right?
Correct.
But in this case, I guess there won't be a decimal for this formula because we're not multiplying right now. Well, might as well keep it.
Correct.
All right. Black is black, though I think you said that at a moment where, ooh, was that your eyes at one point that popped out? There was something that looked a lot like eyes, like one for. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's not eyes, but
You can still see
what
the EQ.
if? Yeah, so like right now, the way we have it set up, it feels like the cramped EQ is like the dominant image, and you are not really coming through. So if we worst to just switch the place of image one and image two,
Then you get my face
what would that do?
merging into
I guess
an EQ, I guess.
yeah, and I guess it'll be a little bit of EQ because it's even has.
I thought that if I slowed it down, we would see something interesting. But I guess the EQ is too boring of an image for us to see anything interesting.
Maybe
So-
the rear EQ image is boring. Maybe if we use like a M equalizer, it's a bit flashier.
Maybe. But I did what you mentioned, and I'm swapping the images. So now it's my face
Oh,
being
okay.
defaced by the EQ.
On top. Okay.
Huh. I wasn't expecting that.
No, I was not. I couldn't have predicted that in a million years.
Oh, well. But if that's an addition, what happens on multiplication? Well, this is going to be very quiet, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. It's weird that it like chops the top off. Oh, but that's because of the different pixel like aspect ratios, right?
That also
Because it
plays a
almost
role.
feels
Yeah.
like the amount the amount it's cutting from the top of your head is like the size of the EQ. And also, didn't we get an image of you against the green screen? That may make a difference because it's a lot of black being multiplied by a lot of black right now.
No, I think we need a different image altogether. And I think that if black is the problem, then let's bring you. Replace. Did I replace the right one? No, it's me. Oh, okay, I replaced the wrong one. Well, let's get this one.
Oh, you have a PNG in there, but I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah, those
The,
are the
the
sources.
code isn't referencing it. Yeah. Oh, well, the result is very different.
It is.
It's like somebody drew.
It's amazing that we are doing
But
all
they're
this
not-
crazy stuff with so little code. I mean, the rest of the thing is
Yeah.
bookkeeping. What's doing it is these lines.
Yeah.
We really have to, while this is compiling, we really have to change image 2 as well.
Yeah. I feel like the way they combine isn't satisfactory. Like, where's the EQ's filter? I see the straight lines that may or may not have anything to do even with the EQ, but I don't see like the crampy filter.
Let's do some mangling with image 2. Same formula, but we are now at each step mangling with both images. So
Okay.
double meshing.
But could it be that like the latter just gets written on top of the former?
Well, let's see what happens.
Like it writes some pixels. Okay, yeah, let's check it out.
What if it moves faster?
Yeah.
Well, same story.
Yeah. Almost like no change.
The formula is now different, so that's why I'm doing this.
Okay.
I got my MIDI
If we
controller.
write this stuff,
I got this MIDI controller hooked to my OBS and Reaper and stuff. Now I can switch scenes using a MIDI controller. Isn't that fun?
oh, that's dope. Nice. And the focus issue doesn't exist anymore, right? Like when you had hotkeys.
Yeah,
It would-
exactly.
you
That's
would
why
need
I'm
to
doing
be
it this way.
focused.
Yeah, I'm using Hammerspoon for this.
Sick.
Super cool.
In fact, I was thinking we should introduce some MIDI to data moshing. Ooh, that's kind of exciting. That's something new. You know, in fact, this is like a mask, you know, when you're trying to like remove the background. Sick. I mean, I feel like the hunch I have is that if we get rid of half this code, we'd still get the same result as if like the second image is not having an effect.
Yeah, well, we are kind of on purpose making the effect of the second image relatively small because I wanted to see the transition. But I guess it's time to remind ourselves again that we are not dealing with pixels. So the idea of me morphing into you, it's not going to happen that way.
That's not gonna happen, yeah. But that's a really cool one. I really like that one.
Let's do
And
that
it feels
to you.
so fluid. It doesn't feel like 10 FPS. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's see.
And then, in
previous
fact, what
one.
we can do is we can go to Reaper and merge them together. Because in Reaper, that's easy to do.
Right,
We have
yeah.
the presets for it. Oh, that's sick. That looks
That's
like I'm on fire.
That's the previous one. Oh, the current one looks a lot like it. But why is it preserving some of your image? Oh, it's doing a blur, isn't it? Is it blurring?
It's a bit blurry to begin with.
Oh, yeah, it's blurry to begin with.
Yeah.
Well,
Sick, though.
interesting. On mine, it was doing something much more interesting.
The other one where I was on fire was kind of cool. Oh, but that wasn't the same formula.
Yeah, that was the previous one we stored.
Yeah. I think on yours you had a lot of black, so maybe that's again kind of a factor. I really like the randomness of all of this. It's like, what's going to happen?
Okay, let's see the results. They're coming out.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, let's skip this one. And
Yeah.
so, okay. I guess we have enough material to compose. This is the first.
Okay.
That's my favorite, actually. This effect looks so
That's
cool.
yeah, that's the best one. Yeah, that
Maybe
looks
we
really
should do
good.
the same to your image, just to see.
Let's give it a try. Because I think we need more raw materials, to be honest. Like
Okay.
each of these is what, like 5 seconds?
Yeah, I was thinking of
And we got a
stretching them
minute
and
50.
cutting between them and whatnot. But I agree, we can always do with more.
Okay. I want a better image of a crampy EQ too, you know? We need something.
Okay, I messed my original. I overwrote it, but I will do it again. I will do it again. There is no randomness involved. Let's see yours. That I think is my favorite.
different. Yeah, that looks awesome. You know what I like about it? How it's like, you know, when you like drop paint in the water, it like propagates through. So even parts of the image that are like the same color, they get affected at different lengths.
Because
So
we are
it
doing
actually has a really
multiplication on
nice,
that
like,
one, right? And because we are
yeah.
doing
Yeah,
multiplication on
it's
that
really
one,
nice and
any
fluid.
small change, any small like noise in your camera is gonna be exploded.
Yeah, blown out, very nice. This is real fun stuff.
And now we have my original again.
Send me this script later. I just want to like play with this forever.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Okay, so we have these two that we like. You also liked this one. I like it too.
Yeah, that's good. Some fiery stuff.
And then this is the last one. It's sort of the same effect, but done with my face. But the first few were the
Yeah.
best.
It's different, yeah.
We can play with blurriness. But blurriness is a low pass filter, right?
Basically. No, we did a low pass filter. It became kind of a sepia effect, no?
Yeah.
Blurriness would be low pass if it was pixel, but we're talking bytes, no?
Bytes. Correct.
What if we worst to... no, we can't do that.
Let's do
I
some
mean, what we can
nonlinearity.
do is make a cramped EQ in a really colorful EQ so that it's not black.
I will play with non-linearities.
Ooh, yeah. Hell yeah. Cosine.
That's gonna be is.
Can we like... Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, the classic is. Hang on, I have to think about this. No thinking, just doing. I have to take. Let's take the 10 hyperbolic of that. And 3 nonlinearities node mosh like that.
What is the M in MJS?
Module. It's a different module system. That's the import keyword here. That's the result of 10H. Yeah, that's why I said I
sad.
needed to think, because the 10H of any O number is going to be large. So what I want is to scale down and back up. Am I right? So if I have a number like 256, that's going to be just 1. I will want to scale it down so it is more interesting, because it is this 10H function is interesting between 0 and 1 or minus 1 and 1. Let's go to Desmos real quick. Why is the 10H of X? It is interesting between...
It's a shelf.
It is interesting. I want to say between minus 2 and 2. That's interesting. Right. It's interesting between minus 2 and 2. So I'm going to stay on page, leave page. So I'm going to take the range of this number that goes between 0 and 255. I'm going to divide by 255. That gets me a number between 0 and 1. Then I multiply by 4, gets me a number between 0 and 4. Then I subtract 2, gives me a number between minus 2 and 2. The result of 10H will be in the same range, between minus 2... Am I right? God damn it, I closed the page.
Yeah, you're right.
No, it will give me a number between minus 1 and 1. So that is a number between minus 1 and 1. I will add 1 to that, giving me a number between 0 and 2. And then I will divide by 2. And then I will multiply by 255. And I don't need this time. But I do need...
Right, because it's scaling,
parentheses.
right?
Yeah.
Sick.
Now, with some thinking, let's see what some good old saturation does to image. Because, well, I guess if you're going to model something that is
It's
analog,
like a soft clip.
you gotta do some
saturator, right?
saturation. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Desmos seems like a fun website.
Oh, it's computing. Oh, because now the numbers are smaller, I guess it's more interesting. Huh.
Oh.
It did saturate, and then it stopped because the function converges.
Yeah. Well, you can slow this down
Yeah, to slow
and use
this...
your green screen image. Don't use the black screen image. Use the screenshot you did with the real green screen.
Oh, do you
Because
really...
all the blacks
I
just
didn't
become
screenshot.
blacks.
Do you really want me to? I will.
Ah, okay.
But I
Nah,
will have to
fine.
convert to BMP and everything.
Nah, don't worry about it then. I thought you already had it. Yeah, real menacing. Going for that dark vibes. Eh. That's a good image.
FFmpeg bag.
BMP. I'd complain about something, but I don't know.
Oh, and we want the thing to be moving more slowly. Let's do that too. What I want for that to happen is I guess this is going
Like,
to
where
give me
do
a
you slow it
number. This is going to be like the target. So I take where I am. So this is where I want to be. This is where I am. But I want to get there more slowly. That should do it. Am I right? I think that this is right. Is this right?
I think so. That makes a lot of sense. You know, we should try bit crushing. Like, bit crush the image, then add something to it so the blacks become like kind of gray or something. Huh. The BMP is darker. Interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't that interesting. I like
There
the
we
first
go.
couple
now
seconds.
It feels more menacing to me.
It converges, but it converges more slowly.
Yeah, why does it stop?
Because it converges. This is a converging function. So check this out. Desmos.
Oh, like the high shelf, right? Like it just gets to it flattens out.
Yeah. You get to some point here where the input and output of the function is the same. I guess it's not going to be the same, but it's going to move more slowly. So first,
Yeah, super incremental.
First, it moves very fast. It does big jumps, and then it gets to this part where the inputs and outputs are very similar. I think that's what's happening. Stay on page.
I know no code, not a poet. Code slam poetry would be a fun thing to do.
So that was cool.
That is cool.
We can make it move a bit more slowly, and let's see what that looks like. We can also try your image. we can play around with nonlinearities and some other interesting things. We can do the multiplication by the previous pixel and whatnot, and then saturate that.
Or like do like a tan h plus like the squared of what we're tan hing.
I buy that. I buy that. So what you want is to take everything between this yellow and that. Okay. And you're asking me to do what? To take the square of this and what else?
You know, like in Desmos term, it would be y equal tan h of x plus x squared.
Okay. Okay, I get that.
So you tell me the code.
So I want parentheses around
How did your
this.
tracking go set up by Marshall? Did you get some tracking done?
We'll see what that will do. Now I am computing a 10 age and I'm computing a square.
A square, yeah.
And I say that that's slower. Now we are getting something.
Oh.
Good idea, Arya.
Nice.
Isn't it cool that it alternates like that?
Yeah, and it feels like by the end, like there's less action on your face than the green screen. Like the green screen's going nuts. Actually, on your face, a lot of stuff is changing too.
Yeah, it seems to alternate every 3
Yeah,
frames
we
or
are
so.
still going. How long have we been going? Oh, wow. We're almost like at the 4-hour mark.
You know what I want to do now? We are taking the 10 age and the square of the same image. Let's bring in the second image. What is the second image?
Oh, bring out the big guns.
It's you. You are the second image. Let's
All
do
right,
that.
let's square me. Wave shaping with images, basically the S-curve function in Photoshop. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Or just like the Ableton like clipper, right? It shows you what you're doing to the thing.
Yeah, we really have to wrap this up. I thought we should have wrapped this up 1 hour ago.
Yeah. You know what? After the stream is over, I'm just gonna delete like the first hour of this where we were dicking around with Audacity.
No.
The code is where it's at, no?
Just put chapters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, huh?
I think I prefer the other version.
I don't see much of like my image being added to it, to be honest, but it's kind of like fun. It's all fun. Like it's all raw material. We throw them in Reaper. We zoops a little here. We joinks a little there. Use some of John's overlay presets and stuff. Maybe add some glitches. Forget about it. It's gonna put asses in seats, baby. Aphex Twin, slide into our DMs. You know, and if we feel like our topic is losing relevance, we'll redo the lyrics. I like the jittery kind of effect of that for sure.
Yeah, I think that the fact that it's just cropping the top is not so good, but if we could move
it's because
this
of the
action
EQ image being a different like aspect ratio is my guess.
No, we are mixing my face, not the EQ image.
Oh. So that's very weird.
But I agree, I think it has to do with the sizes of the images. But still, if we could slow down this action, that would be great. I think.
I kind of like the jittery part of it. And if we make a video processor that rotates, we can make a copy of it and make like a mirror image. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, Synchrotron. I think you were here last week when we were making the music, the experimental music. I think you were here. Otherwise, yeah, last week and the week before that, we made some stuff. Yo, Leandro, I also have another song idea. This is not experimental, but we should do it together. You know, well, okay, so you're not on Facebook, so maybe you don't know this, but like literally every week in Reaper or in the Reaper Facebook group, somebody's like, oh my God, I don't know what I did, but every time I move a item, everything else moves with it. And then they're like, I tried reinstalling Reaper, but it didn't help. And the answer is like ripple editing is on.
Uh-huh.
So we should write a song that like is really like sad. And it's the first part, and then like he gets happy, and it's like, dude, ripple editing is on. Just turn it off.
I still want to do the song that is like a beat and the ad libs before the song starts, but the song never starts.
Yeah.
I really want to do that one.
Yeah, that's it. We got ideas. We gotta find time for them. Being an adult sucks.
We really need to get out of here. We need to end this stream. This stream it's addictive.
Yeah, it's so addictive to do this stuff.
Also, how much data am I creating? Each one of these sections is like 1 gigabyte.
Oh, damn.
Gotta love these things.
I was gonna be like, hey, can you send these to me? But
I can send the videos. Oh, check this out. That's
nice.
awesome.
That's a super cyanish too. And it's a bit like animated, like drawing style, right? It looks like somebody drew this.
Oh, check this out. That's a keeper.
Pretty awesome.
We need some
Yeah,
other
that's a
image of
keeper.
you for this.
Yeah. We gotta get more images.
So here's how we are going to
throw
do
in a
this.
couple of cats.
Here's how we're going to do this. I'm getting here into OBS, and I'm going to put you full screen, and I'm going to take a screenshot right now, okay? So...
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
There you go. You are on screen.
Oh, I thought you were going to make the mirroring thing also happen.
No, just do
wait,
a funny
let me
face
do
or something.
I was going to do a cramp with my hand, but okay.
That's you showing your face. That's very good. We need to end this stream. This stream is going on forever.
I was gonna say we didn't shift pixels.
Okay. Okay.
Once you're past a certain length, it's like, 4 hours, 11 hours. What's the difference? I still want to do a 24-hour stream at one point, but my computer just can't handle streaming. It's really sad. Super cyan.
It's gotta be a bit faster though. Though it is going to convert to
Very
white.
drawing.
It's going to convert to white,
Yeah.
isn't it? But still, let's make it 10 times as fast. Let's generate another 1 gigabyte.
We should keep these little texts as presets so we can just import an image and get this result out.
That's exactly what this file is, isn't it?
Nice.
Now we are talking.
That's cool. That's super cool. And somehow it's ignoring like a little bit of the bottom, but like whatever.
Yeah, we can crop it. But this part
Nah,
is...
that's not even... This is so... Yeah, that looks really nice.
And we created this with our bare hands and mathematics and code. Oh man, that's amazing.
That's
but really,
right.
can we call it quits? Can we stop?
Okay, let's call it. Let's call. Isn't there a limit now on stream length? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, no.
No, I know of streams
'Cause
that
there
are
are
24/7, like the Lo-Fi Girl.
the lo-fi beats. Yeah, exactly. It's an ongoing stream. I really want to know how much money that channel makes. I bet a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, they do play ads and everything, but they are also a record label, so I think that they're like in the business of selling the music. They're probably making a shit ton of money out of that stream.
Yeah, I really want to see stats of that. All right, this is it. So next week, I guess, or like I guess whenever we're able to stream, which we will come to an agreement and then do. We're gonna edit this. We're gonna release it. All the proceeds will go to us because there will be none.
All right.
And but you can't watch them afterwards. Anything? Oh, okay, yeah. This synchrotron you're right about because I did do a 16-hour stream and only 11 hours and 55 minutes of it are preserved. But I guess there's nothing stopping you from like taking a 5-minute break, starting a fresh stream. You know? I think that the spirit is there. But yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, I'm really sad that they lost that last 4 hour of my stream. I'm still salty about it. That was like last year. I really miss streaming long hours. It'd be fun. What I was doing last night would have been fun to stream. All right, let's wrap this up. So Leandro, so you don't know the date of the speedrun person who's coming on your channel?
No. We are still talking, but they already agreed
Okay.
on that. But yeah,
Great.
what's on the schedule is on Monday, I will be working on Kill the Newsletter, which is this web application that I maintain and that I created. And we'll be doing some more Node.js and TypeScript and JavaScript. It will be a lot of fun. On Tuesday, JS Effects, the Automixer. I think we finally figured out the whole parameter situation. We'll be back to doing a proper user interface for the Automixer, so I'm looking forward to that. And I will keep working on JavaScript, audio effects, and perhaps even some music stuff. I have been recording stuff, and I think it would be nice to record some stuff on the stream.
Yeah. John is asking, I guess, before we go, for a video, can you do this only for pixels that change?
Yeah. Well, the tricky the tricky part is I would need to find a library that gets me the frames of the video encoded in some language. Perhaps JavaScript, maybe something like Python would be better for this. But anyway, I know of libraries that give me the pixels, and I could have used that, but I didn't. But there are probably some libraries that can give me the frames of a video. And then you can start doing these kinds of things like replaying some frames from before and merging the frames and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's a whole possibility. I mean, playing around with Audacity seems like all fun because it already has a bunch of algorithms for you to play around with. But we saw that if with simple formulas, simple mathematics, we are able to do some fun stuff too. So with very little coding.
Yeah, much more fun.
Yeah. With very little coding, we got some interesting results.
I dig.
All right. I will make the videos and the code for all this. Maybe not the videos because I think that they're big. But I will make the code for this available to you so you can try with your own images.
Yay. Awesome.
All right. So thanks for inviting me. It's always fun to do these kinds of experience.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for tapping into the matrix and all of that. Yeah, everybody's a moderator now in this stream. But hey, maybe y'all need to post some links. Thanks for being here, everyone. I'm just going to say everyone. And we will see you together soon.
Yes. Remember to show your face.
Always show your face.
Thank you for watching the stream, you know how great it has been. Or maybe it sucked, and I am glad that you stuck with me. And soon we'll all will be back together for some more coding or talking or chilling. The next time I'll be streaming.